Hello, delicious friends, and welcome to Vampire Bloodlust, the Masquerade 5th edition campaign. All the right words, just not in the right order, where we have some thin bloods trying to make their way in a town that doesn't really want them there.
They want us. They just don't know that we're there.
Well, someone wants Nate, that's for sure. Yeah. We have our illustrious guest EE, along with the return of Florence.
Hello, love. How are you? I've got a cup of tea. Life is good.
Yeah, so we'll quickly go around, explain who everyone is and who their characters are, and then we'll dive into exactly what Florence has been up to over the last time amount. I believe it was a few days. So, let's begin with Florence. Who's Fuzzy and who's Florence?
I mean, I'm not sure how much difference there is between us at this point. Except I probably smell slightly better than Florence. Less rats. Definitely less rats.
That's a shame.
Less I know, I'd love some rats, but you know, at the moment all I've got is snails and stick insects. So many stick insects. So many. My God, I've got fucking hundreds of the bastards. Oh my God, they won't stop breathing. Oh my God, there's too many stick insects. Anyway, sorry, yeah, hi. Does anybody want any stick insects? For free, take them, please. You want stick insects? I will send you stick insect eggs.
I'll think about it. Never had them before. But sounds cool. They're cute.
Yeah. Do you have access to prove it? Anyway, sorry. Okay, I went super nerdy about stick insects for a second there. Anyway, yes, hi, I'm Fuzzy, and I play Florence, and Florence is old and mad and likes rats, and I'm old and mad and likes rats. But I also stream, and Florence isn't a streamer, so there's the big difference. You gotta.
That's because she's got that catheter in.
Oh boy, Nate. Talking of streaming and social media, Nate.
Hello. You can find me as Delphron everywhere, anywhere. I play Nate. He is a not so lovable little shithead, basically.
Murderous bastard.
Murderous. Definitely murderous at this point. There's no denying.
And Daddy Sheepdog. Who are you?
Hey guys, I'm Sheepdog, and I play Loki. He's the nicest one in the group, helps everyone out, and they all try and betray him.
Well, you know what? He has actually been pretty nice. Let's say that. Also, Sheepy, your mic is crackling a little bit. I don't know if it's just me or anyone else. Anyone else hear that?
Yeah.
Okay, fair enough.
It's been getting worse.
Oh dear. But last but not least, E.
Why, hello there. I'm in Trilicium. I'm currently playing Ferris Vaudeville. Yeah, I do stuff with the internet.
Good. That's
just
good.
Quickly, is that better?
That is better.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Good job. And I am Josh, Gaming FTL, your humble storyteller, here to murder people with werewolves.
Humble?
Yeah, you're right. I'm pretty great. Okay. So, as of last week, as Fuzzy was away, Florence went off on her mission for the Nosferatu as a kind of tester in exchange for sanctuary from a werewolf, a lupine, at the Nosferatu Warrens. Meanwhile, Ferris Vaudeville entered the fray and basically fucked everything up by being gorgeous and sexy and really, really cool. His mission was...
But enough about me, what about my character?
Yeah, Ferris, now we know to be the sire of Nate, has got him on side and taken them on a round trip to kind of explore the kindred world and how the Camarilla is being shaken to its core by a variety of calamitous events. However, in exchange for a favour, Ferris has taken on the very difficult job of eliminating one lupine in particular. The Thin-Bloods know her as Sigan. Everyone else knows her as, oh Jesus Christ, what? Because she has gone around the town.
Oh, I know where you go. Oh, fuck.
That's the one. Because she's gone around town messing up various kindred layers. So we shall drop into a scene of Florence. You actually, I believe, see Ferris come in. You direct him to Loki and Nate as people who know how to help with things. And you just like, oh, he's a nice young man. And then you get taken away by the woman in the polo neck. And she explains to you your first job. Over the next few days, I would really appreciate it if you would post yourself at the hospital.
Oh, not to. Right, sorry, I got confused for a second. All right, yes.
Yes. We need to figure out exactly where your strengths lie, and I believe, if I'm not entirely mistaken, your abilities lie in observation, yes?
Oh, yeah, observation and not being seen is, yes.
Well, that's exactly what we need. Please, post yourself.
I like anything, oh yes.
Marvellous. I would like you to go to the hospital, and if you can just keep a record of the comings and goings, and if possible, anyone that meets with Nathaniel.
Nathaniel, right, okay, yes, I can do that.
A man, yes, known by Nathaniel. He works there. During the evenings, I'm sure you know the implication.
Is that the, out of character, is that the blood mage type dude that we met?
Yes.
Right.
You would, I mean, Florence would probably remember, but the lady wouldn't know that you have met him.
Yeah, I'm not going to say anything because, Florence is starting to learn a small amount of discretion occasionally.
Wow. Nathaniel Octavian, you will find his office is busy with mortals.
Mm.
However, he should be there a lot of the time, and when he is, if you could record his comings, his goings, his meetings, that would be best.
You want me in on the meetings or just, outside?
I will leave that to your discretion, but the more information you can get us, the more likely we are to hire you in the future and pay you a rather large stipend.
Well, that would be handy for things. Yes, no, I'll see what I can do, dear. Yes, all right then. I'm off to the pit.
Good evening. I will accompany you to unlock the gate.
Oh, thank you, dear. Thank you. That's lovely of you. That's very nice.
It's not that nice. If I didn't, you wouldn't be able to leave.
But I know. It's nice of you, yes. Look, politeness is costs nothing, and it's something of princes. I can't remember, but yes, just know it was punctuality is the politeness of princes, isn't it? That's the one. Yes, politeness is the politeness of not princes.
She begins to drift as you begin to drift, and opens the gate for you. And you turn around, and the gate's still there. But she
Good, I
closes
would
it
be
and
very
locks it.
worried, and if it would suddenly vanish, that would be really odd.
So I'm assuming you go straight to the hospital?
Yes. I'm going to go to the hospital and probably sort of like just send my rats off to see if they can find a hiding spot in the actual office or in his sort of lab that maybe, like, are there any air vents that Florence could fit into? or anything.
Okay, you're going to do a little scouting with your rats. I need to quickly check their stats. It rhymes. Okay.
Dum 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 dum.
What are the rat stats?
Rat stats. I should probably just copy paste this to you so you can use it later. So I'll
Rat
send it to
stats.
you.
God, no, then I have to be responsible for things. No. I don't want responsibility, I
Hey, Rat
reject.
Fuzzy. There we go. I'll put it in Discord for you. But I think a dice pool of 5 for your rats. Do you have the little button, the macro in the bottom left?
Would it be down on the bottom left?
If you have it activated, or you
No,
can turn it on
hang on, let me find the.
in the collection at the top right. It should be roll d10 and then tick show macro bar and in
In the
bar.
cog or... Oh no, there we go. Connect.
It's the one next to the cog, yeah.
Right, hang on.
Okay.
There we go. Okay, right. So 5d10, is it?
Yes, please. Okay.
Well,
Your rats have 1 willpower.
The
So you-
rats.
You can re-roll some of that if you want.
Okay. Nah.
Okay. They come back to you and they have like bits of what's the stuff, the kind of chalky stuff you get from crawling between bits of wall, you know, dust, and they're covered.
Like dust and
they're dirty.
plaster and yeah.
And it seems to you that from what they kind of
Convey.
in their own little way, in your Malkavian rat speak, I guess.
They're really good at charades.
Yeah, there is no room for you to fit in there. They can fit in there. You can't. One of them definitely went through like the hallway, and they're like, "Yeah, there's a big way for you to go. You can definitely fit in there." And it's like,
There are other people in there.
yeah, lots.
Right, okay. It's all right, Puddums. It's all right. Yes, it's my little pudding. Yes, aren't you a little... You've been working hard. It's fine.
So in that case, Florence is probably just going to kind of obfuscate herself and just plonk herself down as close to the hospital entrance as she can so she can hear people, because people have to like buzz in to various places maybe and get, you know, sort of like they'll be buzzing in or they'll be talking to the receptionist and she might be able to overhear.
Okay, yeah. If you're, what-
Basically within earshot of the reception desk.
yeah, what are you waiting to listen for exactly? I think that's probably a
Probably
wits
like
awareness.
so and so to see Doctor so and so or whatever. So it's
Okay.
just people announcing that they're going to see him.
Sure. That is a wits awareness. Plus any specialties for listening that you might have or surveillance.
I don't have anything for surveillance or listening, so it's wits and awareness.
Get up your character sheets real quick.
All right, where are we? Wits. Wait, no, it's awareness. Wits. I always forget how the frickin' character sheets work because, like,
They're a bit
different
fiddly,
character
aren't they?
it's just the fact that I use 3 different character sheets per week, so I'm just there going like, which I don't know. Who am I?
I'm on my 4th for this last few days, and I'm losing it.
Mm-hmm. Oh, would I have regained any willpower, by the way?
Yes, your highest between composure and resolve.
That'll be a 3 then.
And same for all of you, in fact.
All right.
Oh, huzzah.
Right. I kind of want this to go well because, you know, this is for my touchstone. God damn it.
You can re-roll 3.
So that's just 3 in the dice pool, right? Or is it the reroll button down the bottom?
No,
is it just
it's
dice?
willpower re-roll button on the
that was it.
main page.
Who am I? What's going Oh, fuck's sake. All right, well, that's 3 successes then.
3 successes is pretty good. You spend probably 10-15 minutes waiting by the receptionist. Do your rouse check for your obfuscate. But while you're waiting there, you hear not people going to, I guess, Dr. Octavian? Yes, Octavian. You don't hear that at all. But what you do hear is a couple of doctors passing clipboards and little vials, like plastic vials of blood around, and going like, make sure this gets to Octavian. I need blood samples and results. Take it to his team, sort of thing. And I guess if you want, you can follow one of the people that's running stuff around.
Yeah, I'll do that. Just kind of invisibly ambling around the hospital.
All right. It takes you a couple of floors up, and it appears that... Was it you that came up here once? I think it was Marco.
Oh.
It might have been you.
We definitely went to his lab at least once.
Yes, you did. You definitely went to his lab. It's moved. But you go to the lab.
Didn't we trash the place?
Yeah. Yeah, there's a reason he introduced you to the prince. What are you doing? You are exactly where there's even a name tag. It's not difficult to find him. It's like a laboratory / office.
I'll probably kind of like just sort of just try and eavesdrop from outside just to see what's going on before I try and go in there, because
Okay.
don't want to get caught going in there by the scary blood mage dude.
Another wits awareness.
Okay. Awareness.
Just so you know, yes. Oh yes. Okay. The polo neck lady said that you would be needed there for probably a few nights just to get a good breadth of what's going on at Nathaniel's place. So I think with a critical success over a couple of nights, you go in, you go out, you follow this route.
Everybody's trying to work out why the sewers are backed up.
Yeah. And with this critical hit, I will need you to make... Oh, damn it. I should have looked this up beforehand, but I didn't think of it. So, I will need you to make a roll, which is... Wits plus obfuscate.
What plus obfuscate?
Wits.
Wits plus obfuscate.
Which I think you will be able to press the little button next to your discipline.
Okay. You can't add anything to it. It's just got a modifiers thing.
Yeah, that...
Oh, wait, hang on. Oh, wait.
Wits discipline is...
Oh, wait, was that it?
Oh, it's above rouse. It's the little list of all your disciplines and abilities.
Under the word disciplines on the right.
Oh,
Yeah.
Right. Got you. Okay.
Yeah, there's a button on the right there. Because this is a well laid out character sheet.
And like the one I made.
Actually, I say that. It is pretty good. I was being sarcastic, but it's pretty good.
Wait, it's just wits and discipline, right?
Yes, that's the one.
Okay, right, got you.
3 successes. Okay. So with your crit, on the awareness roll, you are able to not only keep a track of your mark as it is, but even in the times when he does manage to like gloss his eyes over where you would be, you are 99% certain that he doesn't know where you are.
Cool.
And I'm going to need you to make a couple of rouse checks because this happens over a couple of nights.
Okie doke.
You're fine. You're fine. What the hell?
Florence is efficient, okay?
Yeah.
She spent years just like disciplining herself to not be super hungry.
You keep an immense amount of control over yourself. In fact, this is perfect. You know that this has gone so well. You send rats out to places, and a few things you notice. Every time you arrive, crows gather, and ravens gather.
Every time I arrive?
Or when you arrive, you notice that they have gathered. It's not like you arrive, then they come.
Okay. Because I was about to be getting really fucking worried.
Some of them gather.
At
And
the hospital.
on the final night, on the penultimate night, you notice a giant raven perch on the window outside of his laboratory as you arrive. And then you go up to the laboratory and you swear you hear the voice of John Hook.
John fucking Hook. OMG. Right. Sorry.
Make me wits awareness to see what you can hear through the door.
Okay.
Three successes. It's a little bit muffled, but you get the gist. It's basically, you have to fucking teach me how to read this. And then there's obviously the lighter, slightly more calm voice of Nathaniel going, I don't have to do anything. And he's like an argument clearly about something with words. And then he's like, I'm leaving it with you. It's time for you to fucking teach me this shit. Otherwise I'm going to murder you. And he's like, right, okay. Like really exasperated. There's like tensions raise. And then John leaves.
Right.
I think that was pretty much everything that you could get with 3 successes. Ooh, that's not the right one. This one. Yes. That's the most important gist you get from that conversation you hear through the door. And then on the final night... Oh, before that, do you report to the Nosferatu?
Probably, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I would have probably just sent a rat off with notes.
Okay.
Sort of like every evening or every morning, I should say.
Okay, yeah, you're like, he met this person, they were probably mortal, this person smelled weird.
Yeah.
Like, this person saw a rat and they eked. Might kill them later, you know. Or probably not that.
Probably not, yeah. This person gave me, sort of like £2 when I was begging outside later.
Yeah.
Very nice of them.
And you tell them that Nathaniel met with John Hook.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The final night, with your amazing awareness rolls, I'm not going to make you do any more. This couldn't have gone any smoother until this moment.
Oh dear.
There is Sigan. Literally You are sitting outside of Nathaniel's office and laboratory. Maybe you're moving in and out, keeping track of him and the things he's doing. And she just rounds the corner.
Is she between me and an exit?
No, I think this is like a full corridor in a hospital. So you could, like, she comes around from one direction, you could just go the other. But, like, you are in between her and Nathaniel's door. But you could just scarp.
I'm so... I'm going full Garrett in Thief, just like, I am the wall. I am the wall.
Okay. If you would like, you could make me both a stealth dexterity roll and a wits obfuscate roll.
Okay, that's fine. Right. Okay. So what was it? Stealth dex.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
Or
Dun, dun, dun.
Oh no, sorry, not stealth
Dun, dun,
dex.
dun.
Stealth composure.
Stealth composure.
Dun,
Okay.
dun.
Okay. Not helping, E. Not helping. Stealth.
I thought I heard
Composure.
something.
I mean,
Okay, I'm gonna re-roll the stealth composure as well. 'Cause-
if the werewolf is busy eating Florence, we don't have to fight her. So
That is
True.
win-win.
How many can I re-roll? 3?
Yeah,
We don't have
three.
to fight the werewolf, or we don't have to fight Florence.
Okay, that's better.
Ah,
That's
both.
better.
Yeah.
That's good. That's fine.
I'm assuming you're obfuscated for this as well, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
Wits obfuscate, just to be sure.
Ooh.
I think what you do is you douse yourself in a bottle of something sterile looking.
Oh yeah, she's probably
Because-
what she's probably got is like she's probably nicked some like pine disinfectant from somewhere because it
It kills shit. Yep, kills the noise.
Or
Drinks
good.
it.
But yeah, she's probably just like, oh bugger. This is fine.
It
In
seems
fact,
to
what she's
walk.
probably been doing is dabbing herself with pine disinfectant while she's been going around the hospital.
Oh yeah.
So it's she's been like sort of just like fine. Just to sort of like just because otherwise people are just like, oh my god, what the fuck?
Exactly.
Yeah. So she smells like pine disinfectant anyway.
Yes, you smell wonderful, which saves your bacon. Sigan strides past you and nonchalantly opens Nathaniel's office door. What are you doing?
I'm gonna eavesdrop like fuck. He's just like,
Wits awareness.
all right, right, where am I?
Can't the werewolf smell Florence? Well, the werewolf, in my mind, had Florence's original smell. A very unique scent.
Did that? Oh, yeah, it was 2 successes. Okay.
2 successes. And she covered up that smell successfully.
Yeah.
You hear just like you don't hear enough, I think. All you hear is like and brr and maybe a crash.
Gonna look through the keyhole.
You see a hairy butt.
Ooh, well. Right, what's the hairy butt doing? Is it murdering somebody or is
It's
it?
growing bigger.
All right, I'm just gonna keep watching.
Okay.
What the butler saw.
Okay, yep. You don't get a good view of this. And stop me anytime you want to do something.
Mm-hmm.
But you see this hairy figure grow and the leathers expand with it. and then it steps forward slightly out of your full view. And then like you hear like a swoosh and a splat. And then on the way on the other end of the room, this is like a long room, you hear a thud. And then you hear like clanging and smashing of glass. And that's about it for like the next 20 seconds. And then you hear like a little bit of chanting, and then another.
Okay, pitched battle. Interesting.
I almost wish I was in there. Almost.
Basically, if I hear anything coming towards the door, I'm gonna book it out of there. Is like that's my prepared action. I'm like, if either of them come for the door, I'm fucking gone, because this is above my pay grade. But yeah, Florence is just like,
must find out what's going on.
Okay. You hear crashing, you hear slicing, you hear splashing, crashing, all manner of things until it's over. And then like some sniffing and the foot pads, and it's coming to your door. You have like a microsecond.
I am heading away. I'm just like, oh well, I think we know who won that fight. And I'm going to go down the corridor and sort of like just around the corner, away from the exit. I'm assuming the werewolf is going to just leave. I hope, but yeah, I'm going to sort of wait around the corner until she's gone past.
You do. I'm going to use your rolls from earlier because at this point she's in normal human form, just strolls right past you.
And then I'm going to head back to the lab and just sort of like, has she left the door open or shut?
It's shut, but you can open it easily. It's not locked.
All right. Is anybody around to see me though? Because, you know.
No one, well, people are around. No one is around to see you.
In that case, I'm just going to sort of like open the door and then re-obfuscate immediately. Do you want to roll for that?
No, it's not important.
Right, and then I'm just going to sort of, I'm not going to go into the room, but I'm just going to sort of like peer around the door frame and just like, how bad is it?
It's real bad. Wits investigation.
Right.
But you see a calamitous, like, wreck, claw marks everywhere, blood splats everywhere. I think the most obvious thing you see is there is blood on the walls, and you are distracted mostly by a pile of ash at one end of the room.
Oh, well, yep, all right. Oh, dear. Well, so much for him.
And then I'm just going to be like,
All right, I'm going. That's that. Yeah, fuck this. No.
One more wits awareness.
all right, oh,
This doesn't take you by surprise when it really, really should have. However, the window is open, and through it you hear the flapping of wings, and just darting through in smooth motion through the open window, a giant raven. In midair, a transformation to a humanoid, hulking shape. If you didn't know who this was, it would probably petrify you. John Hook appears in front of you and just grabs you by the scruff. It's just like,
hello,
what
John.
the fuck happened in here?
Werewolf.
Jesus Christ. And he throws you down and starts rooting around in the office and like
What type of rats?
sidles around the table and then like tears open a hole in the wall and hidden behind it, I'm assuming you're looking.
Oh yeah, Florence.
A burned circle in the floor, with blood red sigils going along on the inside. It's like, the fucker didn't. Ugh. And then he like moves around and looks in like a secret place that's like button underneath a desk sort of thing in the main laboratory, and it's like, did you see a book?
A book?
Did you see a book, Florence?
No, I have not seen any books. All right, all I looked through the keyhole. All I saw was a werewolf's ass.
Gross.
I know. Oh, this is... oh dear.
Well, where does this werewolf hang out?
I don't know, but her name's Sigan, and she's bad bloody news. Let me tell you.
Right. Well, you're leading me to the werewolf. Let's go.
Well, I'm sort of doing a bit of a... fine.
No, you're not.
All right, fine. I
Sorry.
don't know where to find her, but I think they hang out in the woods, so I guess we should just go to the cottage. Taxi or...
No, come with me. He turns into a raven again and grabs you by the
Oh
shoulders.
no! Oh no! I don't like heights! No!
Point out the dark. Well, you don't hear that. You hear, "Gah!" But I'm sorry, Sheepy. I can't do a John.
Head to the cottage.
No judgment, mate.
That's all right.
It's just basically my accent, except for a little bit gruffer.
Yeah.
What, mate?
Mate.
Where's the fucking cottage? Where
We're
are
the
they?
fucking cottage.
What the fuck are you talking about?
Mate.
I'm a fucking bird. Caw, motherfucker.
Cool, bitch.
Yeah,
I'm a
so
bird
Florence
with a
is
bird.
like,
Remember where the cottage is, right, John? I have to say, you're looking good. It's working out, obviously.
Cool.
What? Who have you been? Never mind. That whole diablerie thing really suits you, I think.
You get like a little raveny head nod.
Hold on tight, baby. Screwing me there. Don't you're jumping off now, all right? Everybody hold on. Into the inside pocket. Good. Yes, there you go. Okay, right. Lovely.
Okay.
I don't like heights.
Nate, Loki,
No.
you are currently making a ruckus in the forest, yes?
Nate's making a rocket.
Just me, unfortunately.
He's trying to impress us.
All right. Loki, as I said at the end of the last session, you hear the heavy footfalls and some chanting. And you hear nothing, see nothing of Ferris. However, he's doing interpretive dance in the trees. Do you do anything at this point?
I wait.
Fucking typical.
I piss myself in fear.
He can, he's a Thin-Blood.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Didn't know about that, Mr. Pureblood.
Okay.
Yeah, no, seeing as Ferris is, basically ghosting, I think, at this point. I'm just gonna... Yeah. I'm just gonna wait and see what comes out. I can't really give a warning.
WhatsApp quickly.
And
WhatsApping.
I don't have any of your numbers for a start. But yeah, no, I can't really do anything to be like it's on the way. I mean, I guess I could go caw, but
You summon John.
yeah. But yeah, no, okay. I'll have my gun out and I'll be ready to jump into action so that Nate doesn't die.
Did you do a stealth roll at the end?
No, I did wits awareness to get the.
Got you. That was it. Okay. In that case, Nate, you continue to make noise, yes?
Yes. because I feel like he wouldn't know about the noises because he's making noise. But I would say that he would have his gun in his hand. Just putting that out there, just in case.
I mean,
You seem paranoid. You okay?
You know. But yeah, he's definitely making noise. He's probably, yeah, he's just doing his little thing. I
Cute.
mean, maybe he's looking out for like Ferris and Loki, but not really seeing them since they're well hidden.
You could probably see Loki. He's like off to the side, waiting for you to be attacked.
I believe the plan that was stated for Loki was Loki doesn't need to be hidden. He just needs to be slightly further away than Natus.
It's true. Well, in that case, I guess Loki is the one who gets the most information about this. Ferris, you're probably aware at this point now that something is... maybe. You're hidden. You don't know it's here yet.
I'm watching Nate. I'm waiting for the shoe to drop.
Oh, okay. Gotcha.
We've got bait for a reason.
Loki.
Does it cost anything to activate that skill that I got from Ferris? Like, would that help me at all?
Which...
Auspex 1.
Yeah.
No.
Uh,
Auspex 1 is free.
So would that be able to tell me when there's like something supernatural coming my way?
Sensing the unseen is for things you can't detect with normal vision. And at this point, normal vision, you're aware, is all it takes to detect a werewolf. Or maybe smell or hearing.
Okay, it was a shot in the dark. It's alright.
Okay. A werewolf approaches Loki. It is...
Approaches me or
Approaches Nate.
Okay, yeah.
It approaches Nate cautiously, slowly, slipping between trees. If you didn't know it was there, you would probably be dead. Or in its way, as it stalks. It melds into the forest. And it stalks up to like 3 meters from Nate.
I would go for it before 3 meters, just for the record,
Okay.
because we've seen werewolves a couple of times at this point. They're pretty agile and pouncy. I'd say like once it gets to within probably like
Pouncy range.
pouncy range. I'd just take a shot at it.
It is definitely within pouncy range. Ferris, you are waiting just for it to...
Whenever it gets into a position where it could attack, like I'm holding it.
Okay.
And as soon as it
So
does
you're-
that, like muscle tense go back to push, I'm gonna hit it during that moment.
Okay, I wasn't sure whether you were waiting for it to have attacked Nate.
No, I was gonna wait for it to do its like it.
Then you're going to have to do a wits wins.
Okay.
Should I do that as well, or
You have been keeping track of it, I think.
Okay.
It's not easy. You lose it a couple of times. I don't think that's how that works. That's not right. Why does it look weird?
Because I had to turn the API script off and on, so I've just turned it back on again.
Oh, okay. But you rolled the thing, right?
Yeah, I had 4 dice and I got 1 success.
Cool.
I believe it doesn't say anything about the dice roll.
It says 7.
Oh, it does. There we go. Yeah,
Yeah, you got right.
No hunger dice though, apparently.
I just said.
Oh, yeah, true.
You murdered someone. Which reminds me, just super quick, remorse rolls for both EE and Nate. You should probably tick off 1. stain on your humanity for murdering someone.
I think didn't Nate?
Nate did one.
Not at the end of last session.
You sure?
Oh,
I think he did.
No,
hi.
We can
pretty sure.
quickly.
No, we ended on the 12 successes, remember?
Okay.
So,
Investigation. Yeah, no, he didn't.
Oh, we discussed it at least because I remember discussing.
Yeah.
Right. So how do? Oh, there we go. Humanity. I can just tick off. There we go.
there you go.
And then
The tick off on the right, and then the remorse
Wow.
button at the very bottom.
It's amazing how many dice you two have, even though you ticked off humanity.
Hmm.
I mean, it was only a thin blood.
Mm.
Well, your humanity is saved by the fact that you probably do feel a little bit bad about it. It was necessary, but you rationalize it and deal with the negative emotions associated
I mean, it
with
allowed me
murder.
to dump a corpse on Bradder's place, and that pisses him off. So yeah, I didn't really think about the death.
Somebody would have murdered them at some point anyway. They wouldn't.
It was a nice old lady vampire,
Probably.
but we don't need that many of them.
No.
Yes, there can be only one.
Can I fringe
It's
on?
like the Highlander.
It's like the Bag Lady Highlander. Ah, no! It's a
Okay.
knit off.
I would say probably then I would take the shot before Ferris makes the jump. Most
Yes. I'm gonna say that you can add your dot in celerity to a dexterity or composure roll
likely. With firearms, yeah.
with firearms.
Okay.
I have to remember. It was
I will willpower that one, so I'll re-roll 3.
okay. 4 successes
successes.
total.
Not as bad as the 2 I got. That's a fuck ton of 5s.
There is a bunch of 5s. That's not great.
Screw you, roll 20.
I am going to roll with negatives for Sigan. Or sorry, this werewolf.
Whoever it might be.
Whoever it might be.
So our new plan, guys, is to hold off until John gets here. Then we're
Oh
fine.
no, you've got me.
Yeah.
You just need to keep it busy while it bites you.
Although when John gets here, we have another problem in that John's here.
Oh dear.
fuck.
A gun goes off, Ferris. You can't see anything happening, but it ricochets off a tree far in the distance. So you probably have a good indication of where the werewolf is. But Loki, you miss. And Nate, this probably catches you by surprise.
Would I know about the werewolf then? Like, cause like, can I? Or would I just know that the bullet went off?
Wits awareness.
Okay.
Let's see how good of a grasp you have of the situation and how badly it will degenerate.
Because I feel like he'd presume the werewolf was gone off, but I don't know, like, if he'd know exactly where the werewolf is.
2 successes. You know the direction that the werewolf went. You know ish where Loki is. You probably heard a thud in a tree, so you can like put the 2 together.
Okay.
You can't see the werewolf as the like in the aftermath of the shot until you hear thud 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 thud, and then you see a flash of brown fur headed away from you.
Fuck.
Can I fire in that direction?
Yes.
Okay, let's fire in that direction.
No, he's got worse aim than me.
Okay, what do I need to do? Firearms?
Firearms dexterity, because this is a quick shot.
Okay. And do I get any pluses for being in a good environment?
No, you just don't get negatives for being in a shit environment.
Like
or not
every
using
time
your
you ask.
disciplines.
I know. You'd like trip up one of these.
Why do you have a gun?
I mean, we could re-roll that.
To make loud noises so that it can scare people or bring help.
I mean, I feel like that's accurate to the situation because he didn't know exactly where. You know, I mean, can we re-roll one of them? Maybe.
Is he holding his gun
You
sideways?
can re-roll both of them if you really want to spend willpower.
Okay, we'll do it. We'll do it. Oh, sure. Did I re-roll it?
That
I mean,
worked.
it's basically the same thing.
Okay, yeah.
You miss. Like,
Pretty accurate.
you're fairly certain you were pointing the gun in the right direction. You closed one eye.
aimed it sideways.
Yeah.
Right, this is how it works, guys. Right? Right? I got this.
You're like scratching your head with the gun, like, I'm sure I hit something.
Wait, I'm pretty sure a bullet came out of here. Let me check. But definitely bullets in here, guys.
It's just like, I feel like the ricochet as well would have like.
If it's sprinting now, do I see it?
Oh yeah, you see it. It doesn't
As soon as
see
I-
you. It's
As soon as I see it, I'm going to try and throw a silver throwing knife. And I'll try and hit it in like the knee, try and slow it down.
okay. Yeah.
So, does it get a defense test because it can't see me?
This is at a difficulty of 1 because your
Stealth so well.
your stealth roll.
Okay, cool.
But you are doing a called shot.
How many dice shall I lose?
2.
Ooh, I think, yeah.
Okay. So that will be athletics with my specialty for thrown, plus dexterity.
I hope it's loads of. Oh my god, that's a load of
Successes.
dice.
I'm gonna re-roll with willpower.
Yes, please.
5 successes with +2 damage from light piercing, 7 damage of silver.
You hear a dog-like whelp, like a pitiful yelp, and you catch it in the knee.
Sweet. I pull out another throwing knife, and I'm gonna probably like continue to move around and try and continue to stay stealth but move position and get closer.
Okay. Sure. So for that, it's probably just going to be another Dex Athletics, -2 because you're also trying to like stay stealthed and move and fire or shoot or throw, whatever. Loki, what are you doing?
It's coming at me, right?
No, it's headed in the opposite direction. It's running away.
Oh, it's running away? Oh.
Which is why I slowed it down.
I will move up and can I try and stay can I try and stay with it and also take a shot?
Yes,
I will try and stay with it and I will also take a shot at it.
you did a stealth roll, Ferris.
Oh, wrong one. I did use my celerity to add to the dice pool. There we go, 9 hits. 9 critical hits.
That's what you get when you ask first to reroll.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm keeping up with this werewolf.
I don't think you can add celerity to combat rolls, can you?
That's not the combat roll, is it? That's just the... Oh,
That
so
was
you
to
can
stay it's kind
stay
of like,
with it, yeah. The attack roll was earlier. Did you want me to make another attack?
I thought you were making another attack. Sorry, that's my
Oh,
fault.
I was waiting for the opportunity. If it's time to make another attack, say so. I was like on my turn, I make 1 attack, and then I'm going to move so that I can maintain like distance with it and continue stealth.
Okay, well, it's moving real fast, so I'm going to say that
If I need to, I'll break stealth to keep up with it. My main objective is keep up with it so I can keep attacking, and if I can do so stealthily, I will do so.
Cool. You stay stealthed. The thing looks around very quickly and then bolts in a direction deeper into the woods. Loki, what are you doing?
So I dash forward, kind of position myself so I can see it through the trees, cut my gun in an actual way that you shoot guns, look down the sight in actual way you look down the sight of guns, and take a shot at it. Like someone who knows how to shoot guns. Firearms dex?
Firearms composure.
Composure. How is Cheeky's composure is not as good. Yeah, not so much.
No? It goes wide.
Yeah.
Nate, what are you doing?
Okay, so Nate's gonna be cocky here. He's gonna like just kind of feel like the shit because he's after shooting the werewolf and that werewolf like legged it. He's gonna take full credit for this. So like he's just gonna like flip his little gun around, put his hands in his pockets, I guess, look a little bit, and then he's gonna take off towards those two.
You're following the werewolf.
Yes, but I think he wouldn't just run after Loki and Ferris. I think if he knows where they're going, is there a way that he thinks that they would cut through the wood a little bit deeper since he knows the area?
Okay, yeah. You can make me a let's say stamina survival, because you're moving and you're trying to figure out where to go. 4 successes. Yes, there's probably a faster route. You're fairly certain that, and now it comes into your ears as well. There's a chanting, very, very quiet, appears to be coming from the cairn. Not the cairn, sorry, the henge.
Let's go to the henge.
From your perspective, the direction that they went off in, just so you know, it looks like the werewolf is probably trying to lose them. But if something's going on at the henge, seems like, you saw a werewolf there before. Dead.
Yeah, I think because he got the heart, he definitely want to go. So yeah, I think he's going to the henge.
Okay. And I think with 4, you'll probably lose the others. You might be able to hear shots in a direction off to your kind of right as you're cutting. But you run off into the forest towards some loud noises. And at this point, Florence, there's a loud caw, and you quickly change direction as you hear a gunshot.
Ah!
And then it swoops down, basically drops you in a pile of leaves. And then there's just a boom as a giant raven lands on 2 legs and transforms into a human shape.
Florence is just going to stay in the leaves and try and stay stealthy because this is like, thump.
I'm just leaves now. This is fine.
The only things that make that much noise are anarchs and werewolves. So we'll find one or the other and we're going that way. Come on.
Oh, fine.
And I think this is somewhat in the past, so we connect with the current timeline. And Florence, that's Loki. He's leveling a gun at something disappearing off into the distance. And Nate just ran off in a totally different direction.
Oh. Well, they look like they're having fun then, don't they?
And there's a shadow in the trees. It's gone.
The bloody werewolf. Loki! Oi!
I'm running, and I may be like, can't talk, busy.
What's going? Oh, for fuck's sake! I'm just gonna sort of like start scurrying after Loki. And I'm like, what's going on?
Hunting werewolves.
What?
Werewolf.
What? Get the-
Yeah. Yeah.
Can I make a second attack?
I'd also like to change my tactics slightly.
Okay.
Just instead of shooting, I'm gonna dedicate all my energy to keeping up with Ferris and the werewolf. And basically, if the werewolf tries to break off from Ferris's attacks, I'd like to use the gun to
Limit its action.
basically limit its maneuverability and things like
That's
that.
cunning.
Loki's cunning.
Florence, as she runs, is just going to be like, we're hunting a werewolf. Really? Oh, fine. And just going to pull out her crossbow. She'll be like, well,
What are we saying for this way anyway?
I'm gonna make you roll wit subterfuge for that.
Me?
No, sorry, Loki.
Oh, it's fine.
It's like a general thing for that entire tactic.
Okay.
Or maybe something else.
about to say, because there's nothing sneaky about a crossbow.
I think wit's subterfuge or insight would make sense because you're trying to.
Insight or subterfuge? Or...
I sometimes substitute like leadership for a tactics ability.
I'm not going to make him roll nothing though.
Yeah.
That'd be cruel.
Thank you.
This is a werewolf.
I will go with subterfuge, even though my insight is higher.
Well, you want to keep the werewolf in sight, right? So
Yeah.
It would have slightly different results. That's all I'm saying.
I got 2.
You got 2. Hang on.
Don't have the werewolf roll. I hate it when the werewolf rolls.
I'm not going to make it roll. I'm not doing any rolls for this werewolf.
by the way, if it does look like it's actually going to get out of sight, I will kick in celerity to do just close the distance.
Fair enough. Okay.
Oh shit, I've got celerity at the moment, don't I?
Yeah, you got 2.
Yeah.
Oh, you've got 2 points. Yeah.
Super not happy about it.
Yeah, I was. Wait, no. Go, do it again. Do it again.
There you go.
There we go. Right.
Yeah, sure. That really worked so well. That was so
Super
smooth.
lame. Super lame.
You guys are next to each other. You could have done it like that.
Are we? Oh, we are. Right. Okay. Let's do this right. Okay.
Which side? This side or this side?
Yeah,
Other
there you go.
side.
Wait.
Other side,
Your,
Florence.
your microphone side.
Yeah, on the microphone side. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
There you go. Did it.
Real
Fist
tool.
bump. Fist bump.
That actually worked really well.
I'm in a little box. I'm trying to like pull my fist back. Yeah.
I don't have the stream up because I have far too many windows open right now, so I'm just
Fair
guessing. I'm just guessing. It's fine.
Loki,
Yes.
you managed to corral this creature. Every time it kind of veers off, you're just keeping up. Like, it's not running as fast as you've seen it run. Because it's got a hole in
Fucking
its
knife
leg.
isn't he?
Yeah. It's like if it tries to start veering off to the right, then take a shot, like hit a tree near it or the ground.
Absolutely, yeah. You kind of fire off multiple shots. It's just a suppression fire. You don't hit anything. But it does kind of like go behind a tree and then go back. Florence, what are you doing?
Well, Florence is probably going to sort of running and then feel that she can maybe go faster.
I could probably, she's just feeling like this is actually not as hard as usual. Oh, right, yeah.
And she's going to try and sort of catch up with Loki.
Okay. Do you have the second ability of celerity?
I've got 2 dots in celerity.
If you didn't pick any powers, then let's say you've got a level 1 power and the level 2 power, which does a rouse check to add celerity dots to your dexterity-based rolls. It's good.
Right. Okay. So you
For
want
a
to
scene.
roll- So rouse roll now.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Perfect. You don't get any hungrier because you're some kind of monster.
That wizard magic worked.
Any non combat dexterity roll you can add 2 to.
Okay. Right. So you just want me to roll to catch up. So that's Dex.
Stamina, athletics +2.
Stamina, athletics +2.
To catch up, wouldn't it be dexterity? Or maybe not.
It's for you're racing a werewolf here.
3 successes.
3 successes.
Boy, I'm glad I got the fucking extra 2.
Yeah.
You are starting to flag behind a little bit. You still have everything in sight, but you're further away. And John catches up to you, like, you better run faster, she's got my fucking book.
All right, I'm going as fast as I bloody can. It's 85, you know. Probably.
Yeah. Also, nice to see you, by the way.
Yes. Nice to see you too, dear. Yes. Looking very, raveny.
And as I'm running, I'm just going to sort of like take a pot shot. Probably why I'm falling behind is I'm going to stop for a second to just take a shot at the werewolf. Just
Okay.
to.
We'll do that in the next round.
Okay.
So, Nate. For some reason, Google decided it was joining the TTRPG.
Do not understand, Nate. Please repeat.
Nate, what are you doing?
I guess he's heading towards the area with the chanting, but because he's been there already, I presume he maybe vaguely remembers a more obscure bush or tree or something that maybe they checked when they were investigating the first death, right? It's the same area?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so I think he would try and approach from that direction and try and get as close as he can to just kind of figure out what's actually going on. Maybe keeping his gun trained ahead of him.
Going to be a bunch of werewolves, isn't it?
Okay. What is your focus? Staying hidden or getting a good look?
It's Nate, so getting a good look.
Wits awareness.
Wow. That's a good look.
Okay.
Just fall straight in the middle of it. Like, hey.
Hey, you guys! What's going on?
Hey, guys!
Don't want to punish it over here. Just...
I was about to ask why Nate didn't have hunger, and I remembered it's Nate, and he drained someone dry last episode.
Yeah. He did.
Nate, you see within the henge a series of people and werewolves, people that are halfway between werewolves.
Yeah.
They are all sitting cross-legged chanting, and there is a blue flame in a silvered bowl,
Yeah.
gradually, pulsating and flickering with their chanting. And you know what? You see a book laid out in front of the biggest one, in full werewolf form, looking at this and leading.
Okay.
But the thing you notice, I think with 6 successes, is the fact that while they're chanting loudly and not really giving much of a shit about whether anyone's looking, none of them look over. Yeah, exactly like that. Thank you. None of them are putting any emphasis on words. They sound kind of dejected. Like, no one's putting oomph into this. It's a very monotonous Not like a church monotonous drone, like church chanting. This is like...
Are we interrupting are we about to crash a werewolf funeral? We're totally going to crash a werewolf funeral, aren't we? Are we the baddies?
I think there's someone
The skulls on our uniform not give it away.
They were stylish.
Oh, Nate, you've got a thing. You've got a thing now, haven't you?
Oh yeah, he does.
Roll me.
Oh, come on now.
Oh yeah, my power! Yes!
Roll me 3 dice, because that's all you've got.
Okay. How do
I
do
mean,
that
I
now?
presume that the thing is maybe not hiding, so this might actually be useful.
Okay. So how do I do the 3 dice?
Either you can activate the thing or do /R.
You can hit the
3d10.
willpower reroll button, and that would just be 3 dice.
Oh, okay.
True. But for later, you might want to activate.
Oh!
Wow.
Fuck
Yeah.
off!
Do it.
Yeah!
Do it.
Jesus Christ!
Nate's getting the info.
Nate might be getting something tonight. More than info.
Nate. Your knowledge of the occult, that side of your brain, like the one that just reels through all these conspiracy theories that you read deep into the night before you were turned, and it comes up with nothing. So your brain goes into overdrive, and suddenly there's saturation. There is not only this blue flickering flame, you see like just a like paint dripped into water. Everything bursts to life in radiance. This is the truth that you see. And there, underneath this circle of chanting werewolves, is kind of the floor throbs. And you see a lambent light reflect off of the stones of the henge. And you even see... Are they tentacles? No.
Oh no.
No, they're not tentacles. They're vines? Ethereal vines creeping out of the ground. Some of them very gently lap at the thighs and the necks of these chanting werewolves. And the throbbing earth sends a pulse underneath you. And you see now that there is a deep welling power underneath this place, and it sends a pulse into the city. In the direction of the city. You can only see it like overlaid, like Witcher vision, into the distance as it disappears to a point, but it goes to the heart of the city. And I think what you understand is whatever ritual is happening here is slowly sapping the power from these vines. And you see like little hands trying to burst through this throbbing earth. You see these black vines snaking underneath you, underneath your feet. But they're gradually, incredibly slowly melting away, like the end of Avengers.
I've got to say, there's a lot of throbbing there.
There's a lot of throbbing. This is the most power you, Nate, have seen in one place.
Josh,
shit.
are you projecting at all with the
Yeah.
There's throbbing happening, everyone.
It's throb
It's
central,
big
guys.
and powerful, and you shouldn't mess with it.
Oh my god. Now I want
But
to.
enough talk about Ferris.
I was gonna say, is Ferris nearby?
Dylan says, my kind of tabletop.
Yeah.
So after I went off on one, I'm sure Nate fully understands the severity of whatever is happening here. It's intense.
Yeah.
Sounds it.
Okay.
Tabletop or table bottom? Let's move on to Ferris. While Nate has a little thinky.
Yeah.
A little bit of a throbbing breakdown.
Bastard. 4 fucking successes.
So with my 9 successes on my athletics roll, am I able to keep up enough?
Yes, you are neck and neck. You can even be ahead if you want.
Yeah, I'd like to be a little bit ahead so that if I can cut it off to try and slow it down, possibly.
Yes.
My last silver throwing knife, gonna go for the other leg. I'm gonna try and stop it.
Okay. I have to check a thing very, very quickly, but please make your roll.
Cool. Has it seen me yet? Well, it may have seen me, but did it see me on my re-stealth?
On your re-stealth? No, I don't think it did.
Okay, cool. In which case, I'll attack as normal.
No, it didn't.
Ferris.
9 successes.
successes. I could willpower 2 dice. I'm not gonna. 9 successes plus 2 piercing weapon, 11 silver damage to the other leg.
Okay. I'm reading some rules. Bear with me a second.
Oh dear, I hate it when he reads rules, guys.
Going to talk about throbbing again in a second.
Yeah. The werewolf begins
You read the
throbbing.
rule. Yeah.
The throbbing throwing knife hits the throbbing me and it begins to throb.
It begins to
Also-
spurt.
Also, there are tentacles.
Ooh.
Throbbing.
Oh.
No, they're not tentacles. They're vines. I've got a poison ivy fetish.
Vines, tentacles,
Tentacle vines.
I mean, let's face it, a tentacle or a vine is a tentacle, but it's a plant tentacle, right?
Yeah, plant tentacle. Yeah.
Now, if they fire lasers like Overfiend, then it's time to worry.
I don't know that one.
You've never seen Legend of the Overfiend? Oh, if you've got a thing for throbbing and tentacles, you should totally watch it. 100%, it's great.
So what I'm hearing is, Fuzzy, that you want to do a movie night? Come over and we'll watch. I can't. No chance.
Yeah, come on, let's watch Legend of the Overfiend, and then Devilman. Relive my teenage years. What the fuck is going on? Why is she exploded? Why?
Well, when a mummy and a
another-
daddy love each other very much.
Get me another nurse. This one's burst. Do you not remember that bit in Overfiend?
I haven't seen it.
Oh, okay. Fetch me another nurse. This one is burst. Is definitely a anyway. Hi. Anyway, Josh. Rules. How you going?
Rules. I have read and double checked the rules. Ferris.
Mm-hmm.
You were wondering why this werewolf was slowing down. Partly it was definitely that knife in the leg. But there's less blood trickling now than there was. And as you throw a second knife, it just bounces off the hide.
The second silver knife? Really?
The second silver knife.
Huh.
Do you have Auspex?
Yep.
I'm going to give you this to you for free. Now that you're concentrating as you fling it, it leaves your hand, you notice... some lore nerd's going to correct me on this, but a silver fire slowly engulfs this werewolf. It might not be silver in the actual game, but I'm pretty sure it's silver.
I mean, it's my aspect, so I can perceive it however my character perceives it to best process information, right?
Silver fire engulfs this werewolf.
And it still seems mobile.
Still seems mobile.
Can I make a cult roll even if I don't have any?
Yeah, of course you can.
I'm
Just
at a loss.
straight up intelligence occult.
So you mean straight up intelligence?
Yeah.
Cool. This is going to go really well.
I love to make people roll one dice. You don't know what happened, but it doesn't seem to die.
Okay, I'm gonna re-stealth and try and keep ahead of it again.
Mm-hmm. No need to roll that. And
When do I get to shoot at it?
oh yes, we should do that now.
Okay, so yeah, I've by the way loaded one of the flamey crossbow bolts because I figure a stick's not gonna do much. So
It's not the worst. Yeah. You've still got some of those. You probably even crafted some in the intervening time.
matches, you know.
Yeah. It's got like flints, and you can adapt that like just ahead so that when it fires, it strikes. That's how I imagined it first. Because I got nothing better to do with my time. That is dexterity.
Dexterity.
Firearms.
Firearms dex, yeah?
Mhm.
Right. Dex firearms. Come on, baby. 4 successes.
Okay.
Whoom.
4 successes. Yeah, that definitely hits.
Question is, does it do anything?
The
Crossbows are plus 2.
The fire. You thwack into the hindquarters of this running beast, and you do some damage.
But it looks like it actually does something, right?
It looks like it does something. It singes the fur. There's another yelp.
Great.
Can I redirect my running to not keep up with it then?
How are you redirecting your run?
I would like to run to this old lady with the crossbows who's helping and seems to have actually done damage considering my throwing knives don't.
Please do.
Okay. I suddenly appear next to you in like a blurred motion.
Hello, dear.
Well,
Who are you?
lovely to meet you, young lady. I don't suppose I could borrow one of those for a moment.
The bolts? Yes, go on then.
Grab it and I'm gonna sprint after it and throw it when I get close.
It won't be lit though. Unless
Yeah,
want to.
you could just easily strike it on a tree. You see that there's just like
I
matches.
have not used safety matches on this thing.
Yeah.
Things are dicey as fuck. Probably like, you know, she's like, don't drop the bag they're in because
I hate to impede our group in midst werewolf fight. Wouldn't that be a rot Shrek? Because he is
Not
that
for
far.
like a bolt's amount of fire.
Okay.
Like, you know,
I'm on the other side of it when that strikes, but it's fire, so it's a GM call, yeah. It's a relatively low DC, so you might just say like, eh. But
yeah,
At
you're
least-
not at high hunger. You're not. There's no
No.
point in doing it. Oh, you are low willpower though.
can I borrow this?
I
You have 3 willpower, so let's do it now.
okay.
Plus 2 for your
I get-
humanity.
So
I can only apologize.
Is this a frenzy roll? The button at the bottom,
Yeah.
and then modifier 2 for humanity, or is it just default? Does it
I
work?
think it probably calculates it for you. Just do it with 0 modifier.
Difficulty. What is it? 1 or 2?
The difficulty is 2.
2.
You're fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, it calculates it automatically.
Yeah, it worked. That's quite nice.
Thank fuck our best vampire didn't just frenzy.
Yeah.
Cool.
Well-
We'll come back to that later. Loki and Nate, what are you two up to? Oh, sorry, Loki first, and then Nate.
Right. I So, Ferris has come, grabbed, and gone to go after it. I'm going to keep doing the same. Wait, has it stopped moving?
The werewolf? No. It has been sprinting.
Slowed down a little bit, though.
Yeah. It's
throbbing and spurting.
Yeah.
It's there's a trail of blood.
Okay. I think I'm just gonna take a snapshot at it, to be honest. Like, actually try and hit it this time.
Okay.
Seeing as the dagger didn't really...
Totally.
I feel like it's turned into a turtle, like a were-turtle maybe, but I'm gonna give it a shot, why not?
Totally.
So, firearm dex?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Oh, God.
The beast.
This werewolf has secrets. How does it do what it does? You need to know. Until you have learned something secret about this situation, you are less interested in shooting this thing than you are learning about what it is, what it does, why it's doing what it is, that sort of thing.
Okay. Can I think the only thing I can really use is, can I sense the beast on it? Like, just drop my gun down to my side and, like...
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. So it's composure subterfuge for the...
Oh, just so you know,
Oh, for fuck's sake!
three successes.
The beast.
You succeed. It is a werewolf.
Mm?
It hates you with a passion.
Mm.
If it could, it would tear your face off.
Mm. Mm.
It's beast, you know? It's not difficult to... It's not difficult to tell. I'm not going to even hide this behind a crit. It has full rage.
Yeah.
5 out of 5.
And I'm gonna follow it.
Okay.
Keep up.
All right. Back to Nate.
Yo. Okay. So. Feck.
Oh, sorry. Just Nate, you are aware at this point that the werewolf has turned and moved, and they are going to be at you next turn.
Wait, which werewolf? Our werewolf.
Your werewolf.
I think. Okay.
Wait, towards me or towards them?
It's coming in your direction. It probably won't be behind you or anything.
Okay. Right. Okay. So am I still at the ritual area, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. What direction am I to the guy holding the book?
He's probably on the other side of the circle to you.
And I can't see the book at all, can I?
You can see the book, yes.
Okay. Well, if that's the case, I will take my phone out and try and take a picture of the cover or even a page inside it, if I can, from my distance.
Okay, composure technology.
Does your phone make the noise when it takes a photo?
Don't give him ideas.
You left the flash on?
Okay, I need to roll that.
Okay. Yeah, spend a point of willpower.
Okay, so how many do I have to do? 3? 2?
Yeah,
reroll
you've got
3.
3 dice to reroll. 3
Okay,
successes is enough. You get a... like, just on the verge of not pixely enough to be able to, like, read what this is. And how many points in occult do you have? 3. Whatever's in this book, it appears to be about geomancy.
Okay. Okay. Does
Some of
naked...
it describes with what you are like. It coincides with what you are seeing supernaturally.
Does Nate get a good or bad vibe from this? Like, is it like a thing they could be freaking out about, or is it just like a strange magical thing that he doesn't know what to think of? Like, is it
Wits insight.
okay? Doobie-doo.
You don't know.
Yeah. Okay.
It could be terrible. There's both terrible and good things going on here. You don't know which is better.
I kind of want to shoot at them, but I'm not going to. I kind of want to just to stop it, but I feel like Nate would never make it out alive. So, I guess if that's all he can do, and there's nothing else in his like area, like there's no bags or anything that he can safely maybe grab, I think he would retreat a little bit.
Okay.
Yeah, I think he'd take like just one more look around the thing, just trying to get everything to like settle in his mind. And then he would, I think, get out of there. Because he would, like, he knows they're werewolves, so I don't think he'd want to mess with a whole gang of people.
Fair enough. Yeah. In that case, we will come around to Ferris.
So when the bolt hit, is the bolt still like sticking in, or did the fire do damage but the bolt bounce out?
I think the bolt like didn't go in as far as you'd expect, but it still hit, and the fire definitely did the damage.
Okay. Doesn't seem to be like any blood from the bolt. Like, did the bolt actually do injury itself, or was it just the fire?
It was just the fire.
Okay. In which case, I'm going to chase after it. I'm going to pick up my silver knife as I run past it on the floor because it bounced off, and I'm going to fling the flaming one after like striking the tree and just lob it over arm as hard as I can.
Dex, athletics, or
it's a dexterous weapon. It might just be negatives because it's not designed to be thrown.
yes, that's what I was thinking. It's not a throwing weapon, so it's probably Dex, athletics -3.
Go on, just run up and stab it in the ass. What's the
It's
worst that
hefty.
could possibly happen?
That's 3. That would be 2 successes. I could willpower. I know I will
Those
willpower.
things don't grow on trees, you know.
It's made out
Okay,
of
I'm
wood.
going to willpower then. There's 4 successes, plus, I assume 2
And a
for a
crit.
light piercing. And a crit! Oh, yeah! 6 successes! So
There
it's
you
like
go.
8 damage, unless the fire does something else, normally.
Can help you.
I don't know. Thank you there.
Hang on. I need to check. I need to double check the thing I just read because I forgot. The fire goes out as it enters the ethereal silver fire enveloping this werewolf. And the bolt bounces off.
God damn it. Okay. I'm going to run past it up ahead, and I'm going to try and find somewhere to hide that's above it up ahead. My plan is, as it goes underneath, I'm going to fall down onto it.
Okay. And as you move up towards it, it turns on you.
Hi.
And it is going to do a thing. It's sick of your shit.
Yeah.
I'm sick of its shit. Why wouldn't it just die?
Seriously.
With my attacks.
You just stabbed it in the butt with a flaming arrow.
I think that was you, actually.
I was far away. He's the one running up behind it, clutching the fucking flaming arrow.
Ah!
Okay.
I have tried to keep up, by the way. Just for the record.
Yeah, Florence is probably in third place, just cackling quietly to herself.
Oh,
I was dropped
okay.
in the ass. It was great.
Oh, interesting. Perfect. That's what this thing does then.
No.
It is going to go against, because it's the same turn, it's going to go against your 6 successes for your Dex Athletics. But it is rolling.
Would it? Because ideally that would be against a threshold of 0 or whatever, because I'm stealthed, and then I would get a defensive roll, which I can rouse for.
You can do Dex Athletics if you would like.
I will definitely use Dex Athletics, because as I'm getting past it, I will probably be going fast, which means I will probably be trying to use celerity anyway to dodge.
Fair enough. We will move into a new round then, which means it gets to do this. Yeah, roll your Dex Athletics.
Sure. Can you roll your attack first so I know if I need to rouse check or not to beat it?
Okay.
Because I need to know if I need to rouse check or not. 6,
4,
okay.
6.
With a crit.
And it's going
Yeah,
to willpower because it hates you.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm rousing.
That's a
Again, hunger.
good idea. 7 successes is what you are aiming for.
Okay. Do I want an extra dice from rousing the blood?
Wasn't that what you just rolled? The
No,
rouse?
that's to allow me to add my celerity once per turn to my defense test. And I get celerity for the rest of the turn on all dex non-combat attacks, non-combat skills.
You're on 1 hunger now, right?
Yeah.
I would definitely rouse the blood so you don't die.
I mean, I'm gonna have 13 dice. I'll rouse the blood.
14
Okay, so that's
dice.
14 dice. Yep. And then that's +4, +1. Really? I'm gonna willpower.
Mm.
Bloody hell. There's no 10s in there.
There's
I'm
a 10
hit.
in there now.
Yeah, I'm hit by a margin of 3.
Margin of 3. You take 5 aggravated damage.
Holy crap. Ow.
As it, you hear it, see its ears prick up as you are zooming past. It just puts its hind legs deep into the ground and with huge furrows, and then wheels round and claws you straight across the chest. It hits deep.
Yeah, like it's probably like exposing internal organs along one side.
Ew.
And it roars. Nate, Loki, Florence, you all hear this.
Ooh, bugger.
I'll rouse check to heal a point of aggravated, right?
That's 3. Normally you wouldn't be able to do this in combat, but I can let
okay.
you do 3 rouse checks to get rid of 1, because that's how
No,
that
it's
works.
fine. It's fine. I'll wait.
Oh. You're at 5 hunger and you frenzy on a werewolf.
Woo!
However, this werewolf is looking worse for wear. Wolf.
My next action is going to be to traverse away.
That's
And I'm gonna stay
fine.
at range.
Just, I think that's a rouse check.
It's I mean, if I can't run away, actually, with my increased celerity this turn, I'll rouse. I'll rouse check to make sure I get away.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
I'm
you
fine.
rouse check, you're fine. And, Florence Loki, there's a flurry of motion, blade of blood like sprays across the foliage.
I'm going to stay to its side in maximum distance of knife throwing, and if it comes anywhere near me, I'm going to maintain that distance. I'm faster than it. I can maintain this. I'm going to keep away.
Question,
God,
do you head
vampire
towards the
policing you.
chanting?
If I can hear the chanting now, I will head tangentially to it.
Okay, perfect. Right. I think it's probably time for Florence and Loki to do something.
Okay.
because they've been figuring out what
Florence?
this werewolf's up to.
I also, as I go past Loki, I definitely spray blood across his face as the sheer momentum carries the droplets as a spray.
I don't notice.
Florence is going to sort of drop to a knee and fire another flaming bolt because that seemed to work well.
No, wait. We need to see what it's doing.
Murdering us.
No, we need to figure out like why it's doing this.
What, trying to kill us?
No, like it's doing something. It's made itself.
Loki, let the old woman who is ever so good with that crossbow take a few shots.
But we need to figure out what it like.
No, don't like him.
So the,
And I'm going to fire.
Do it.
Right, firearms and dexterity. Don't miss, please don't miss, please don't miss, please don't miss. Oh, fuck. Miss.
Willpower?
No, because I've only got 2 left and I'm saving them for
survival.
not dying. Yeah. I'm saving
Welcome
them.
to Bloodlust. Most willpower is used on survival.
And then I'm just going to sort of dodge behind the nearest bush because, yeah.
Okay, cool. Loki?
I'm gonna
You
crouch
are
in the bush.
aware, as you are not paying attention to shooting this thing anymore, you can hear chanting like real close. Like you probably see the henge from where you're standing, even in the dark.
I mean, but I've got to figure out the werewolf. Who cares what the chanting is?
It could be secret, I will say.
Werewolf secrets.
Which is more important to me?
That's up to you.
I mean, this thing is apparently impervious to harm right now.
Mm-hmm.
I need to know why. Like, what's it doing? I need to figure it out.
Okay. Do you want to do it an occult roll?
Yeah.
Do it.
So I'm just like, I don't think I've even really moved since I, dropped the gun to my side. I've just been staring at it while it's like ripped Ferris apart and everything. So, that is occult intelligence.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Not my best of what is with these beast rolls. I got a success.
Yeah. I'm gonna DM you something, sheepy.
Okay.
Ah, fuck.
I think this is my third the beast roll in a I mean, it probably doesn't mean that much.
Use that however you would like. That's how you're feeling right now. Nate, you have disappeared further away from the henge.
I heard the roar though, right?
Oh yeah.
Okay. I think I would try and double back towards that, but trying to remain hidden. Just like enough to like not consciously like he's more focused on getting there. But if there's like a difference between like a bush and an open path, he's gonna take the bush,
Okay. What is your objective for this moment?
To see, basically just to get there, and if he catches a glimpse of the werewolf, to fire.
Okay. I think it won't be too difficult for you to move, catch a glimpse, and if you would like to fire, you can.
Yeah, sure, let's fire. He doesn't know that it's impervious, whatever, so we'll go with that.
I'm hoping enough shots can overload its impervious silver.
If you can hit it. So what is the firearms? Which dexterity was it?
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Or composure. I think at this point you've had time to collect yourself.
Okay.
Ooh.
3 successes.
Nice.
The bullet hits.
Nice.
And you see it flatten against the hardened hide of this werewolf.
Do I see the silver fire flare?
Oh yeah.
But it didn't flare for the fire. Okay. Or my first attack.
The fire seems to concentrate around the hit and then spread out. Which I think leaves any 3 of you, one of the 3 others, to open to doing something.
I'm gonna hide. And I'm gonna... Well, before I hide, I'm gonna shout at Loki. Loki, just shoot it already. We can dissect it later. Young lady, continue with your excellent shooting. I'm gonna hide, and I'm gonna wait until someone else hits it, and then I'm gonna try and hit it afterwards to see if I can... If it like concentrates in one area, then my thought is maybe it can make it immune to an attack every so often. So if I can follow up an attack and get past that, maybe. I don't know what the rules are, so I'm guessing now. I'm trying to use new tactics. I'm gonna hold my attack and after stealthing.
Okay. Are you going to hold it until next turn? Or are you going to
I will hold it until someone hits or the turn ends.
Okay. I would suggest you
Alrighty then.
don't stealth then. For this kind of turn. If you're holding it to wait until a hit.
Whose go is it now?
Florence, you can fire your
Right.
crossbow if you'd like.
2 successes.
You want to willpower that?
Nope. Alright, fine, I'll fucking willpower it. Fine.
You
fine.
have 2 dice to reroll.
Okay.
You're allowed
Not
to
very-
change your mind if you want. 2 extra successes. Florence, how do you murder a werewolf?
Ooh.
No!
Probably, the werewolf like turns to look at me, and the bolt just goes whang, and then. So just straight in the eye, just lucky accident.
Perfect. A baleful scream / howl permeates your souls. All of you make willpower rolls.
Ah, fuck!
Balls. Just willpower?
Oh, well, nope.
Is it just willpower, not humanity or anything?
It's just willpower.
I got success.
Nate has a lot of willpower.
Nate, you feel it worming its way into your brain, but you shake it off.
Shake it up.
Loki, Ferris, and Florence. Florence, you take 3 points of willpower damage. Loki and Ferris, you take 2.
Okay.
And that's the X, right?
No, just superficial, unless it reaches the end and you've got more, in which case it wraps round.
Okay.
Okay, so that's 1. Yeah, that's.
Werewolves eating my rerolls, man!
Wait, rerolls? We have rerolls anymore? I thought that destroyed all our rerolls.
Yeah, no rerolls for Florence. Nope.
I got a couple left.
There is a dead werewolf.
I sprint over and I'm going to take its head off.
I'm going to say you can do that.
Florence is just going to kind of hide in the bush. She's just like, oh, well, that was a thing. Did I just... Loki, did I just
I just kill a werewolf?
Florence,
Yes?
I have a question for you while it's just you and me.
Right.
Who killed Angelica?
Who? What? I don't know. Anyway,
Loki insight.
werewolf!
Florence subterfuge
Ah,
plus manipulation -2 because you are full on willpower damage.
Fuck me.
Insight what?
Wits insight.
What was mine? Subterfuge and manipulation.
Mhm.
-2.
No.
She does know. She's fobbing you off.
Who was
There's a
it?
bloody dead werewolf! Anyway, come on.
It's dead. Who?
Yes, I just killed it. Did you see?
You know who killed Angelica. You know who killed Angelica.
You can
who
all,
killed
by the
Angelica?
way,
That's-
be exactly where you want at this point.
I'm
Right.
next to Florence, badgering.
Okay, now continue. Sorry.
Young man. Do you mind, young man? I'm just. Anyway,
Who killed Angelica?
wait, where did John go?
Who?
John, are you still here, John?
You hear a cacophonous boom boom do 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 shh, like pile of leaves piles up, and you see just like from behind this huge werewolf, just John's head like, right?
Oh,
This
hello,
other
dear.
werewolf is also dead.
That dude is just no chill.
Right. Anyway, that's. Was that Sigan? Was that Sigan that we just, or is it a different?
I think it was the same one. Yeah.
It was Sigan. Oh, thank goodness.
The one that you shot, Florence, begins to ungrow, as does the one that John has taken down.
I'm gonna look and really hope it's Sigan.
The one you killed is Sigan.
Oh yes. Oh, thank goodness.
I hold up the head. Is it now a human head or a dog head or in between?
It's a human head.
Human head.
Florence,
What?
is that John?
Who? What? The
The big guy who just ripped apart a woman
Yes.
by himself.
Yes, that's John.
John.
What?
Who killed Angelica?
I don't fucking know, wasn't there?
Really?
Uh,
I got information that you were there.
Were you now?
oh,
Were you now?
Florence is just going to sort of sidle off.
I'm gonna put my arm around
Three
Florence
successes.
and
You-
hold her like close.
you see his eye twitch like he's suppressing something. And
Florence
then
is just looking at John like, help.
So,
there was
young lady,
there was a fire,
John,
Yes.
and he
big
looks
fire.
at Florence.
who
Do I
started
notice
this
that
fire?
you looked at Florence?
Wits insight. Ferris doesn't see anything.
I'm gonna
I'm gonna quickly check John's thingy.
I'm gonna re-roll.
His throbbing thingy?
It's John's
Yeah.
thinking, yeah. Is it
John's
throbbing?
thingy is throbbing right now. There's claws extending from his like fingers.
Of course there is. Josh, I'm gonna re-roll those 2 dice that.
Motherfucker.
Look, okay, this is not my fault. This is how it is. I can't control it.
What did I ever do to you, huh?
So 3
Not
successes.
kill you and not trust you.
3 successes does it. You see John and his eyes flick over to Florence like, I don't know what's going on here. And I think that's what he says. But you, Loki, can read what's going on. Just so we're aware, Nate, exactly where are you? You can be with them, you can be hanging out by the thing.
I'm so confused because I thought we hated John. So, I thought that Nate, if he saw John, would just shoot him. So I'm in a dilemma right now.
On the other hand, you have just seen him straight up murder a fucking werewolf, so.
That is true. And Nate is chicken shit and wants to kill himself. But he also could use John's blood to,
You could look in it! Good
trade
fucking
for
look in it.
Renala, because Bradley did want that blood.
Mm-hmm.
And we want it to.
Speaking
Okay.
of which, Can I
Here's
drink
the
the
thing.
blood of the werewolf I ripped the head off of?
Yes, how much would you like to drink?
As much as I can, and then I'm going to heal and continue to drink. I don't know how much blood there is for me to drink here.
There's a lot. You sink your teeth in.
Greedy guts.
There's a lot. A single sip,
Just got your head to the neck like a big straw.
sip slakes 2 hunger. And
Okay, well I'll drink 2 then, and then I'll heal, and then I'll drink 2, and then I'll heal.
If you're going to do that, then I'm gonna say this entire werewolf is drained dry.
I mean, if no one, I don't know anyone has a want for it, so I'm just drinking it because I'm like, I got really badly injured.
You're hogging the werewolf.
Oh my god.
So is Nate here with us now?
Yes. So I think what Nate would do is that werewolf that John took down.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any blood on its claws or anything? Like, does John look like he took an injury from it, and it would like cause it?
You can see blood on the claws, but you can also see blood everywhere else on this animal or person now.
Okay.
There's like fingers splattered in blood
Okay.
all the way up the arm. It would be impossible to discern which is the animal's and which is John's.
Damn. Okay.
Oh, Nate. Nate. Who killed Angelica?
Can you please keep track of exactly how many points of werewolf blood you drink?
I did.
4. Okay. And are you done healing?
I'm done healing.
Okay.
There's just a lot of sucking sounds of like someone trying to like drink the last bit of a milkshake in the background.
Okay.
Manners.
Oh, I'm dreadfully sorry, dear. I'm just feeling rather peckish.
Oh no, I understand. At least to wipe your mouth
Oh my
after.
god.
Silk
Right.
handkerchief comes out.
Oh, look.
I'm going to I'm going to send you some messages, because this is good. This is powerful blood, but it also has side effects. I'm going to give you that temporarily, but also I'm going to give you this temporarily. Okay, apologies. People wanted to say things.
Seriously, Nate. Nate.
What? What do you want?
Who you can tell me who killed Angelica?
Does it look like it matters right now?
Yes,
And I think
it
Nate
does.
will just
Yeah.
kind of stay away from him. And I think Nate will
Get
kind
closer.
of
I get closer.
Ferris.
Get closer.
Just like even ignore you.
Seriously, come on.
If he sees Ferris drinking this werewolf, I think he would go near to John's werewolf and see how John reacts to him approaching the werewolf. But I do think he would like inspect its claw and then maybe bite it.
He's like a hyena approaching a lion.
Because like
Actually, it's kind of the other way around because hyenas will absolutely chase lions off.
Yeah.
Because they're terrifying and there's lots of them.
Okay.
Oh, I've
Ferris
seen the lion.
definitely eyes Nate, like 2 eyes while drinking, like following him. And it's a bit more animalistic rather than just Toreador.
Love.
Fine.
Nate, you inspect this thing. You look for John's reaction. He sees you watching. He's like, "Yeah, too right. Took that fucking thing down." And then he starts walking in the direction of the henge, slowly.
okay, well if he's walking away, I'm just gonna bite. I will bite the werewolf.
Also, if he's busy drinking and Loki's busy following Nate around, then Florence is probably going to obfuscate.
I knew you were gonna do it. I knew you were gonna say.
Okay. Bear with me while I deal with this ridiculous amount of shit you're all doing. Nate, you are drinking from the werewolf.
Yes.
You can go to 0 hunger if you wish.
Yes.
And you also take... Yeah, first off, you fed, so you lose whatever blood you had. Or disciplines you had.
Yeah. I think it was the all-spec.
Yeah, you lose the Auspex. And was it? Yes. You... where's the blooming thing? You can choose between... And I will message you this. You know what? I'm just going to say it because it's not a secret. Choose between celerity, potence, animalism, and protean. And you can have 2 dots in one of those.
In which again?
Celerity, which is the one I have.
Celerity for speed, potence for strength, animalism for talking to animals and looking at people's beasts, or protean for lethal stuff and transformation and seeing in the dark or claws or that sort of thing.
Let's do celerity.
Yeah, trying to emulate Ferris.
Mainly because he knows like shit to the werewolves there. He wants to get away
too.
It's not the worst decision you've ever made. 2 points in celerity.
Sweet.
Everyone's got 2 points in celerity except for Logan.
2 points in celerity and... Oh my goodness, I didn't expect that I would need to do this for some reason.
Well, you hit me for a lot of damage and I needed to feed. I almost died.
You get this bonus until next time you feed. I will PM you.
Okay.
All right. Florence, did you do your rouse check for obfuscating?
I did not. Hang on a second. Oh, I finally got hungry.
You can have some werewolf blood if you like.
No, I'm fine. Thanks. I'm on a diet. Gotta wash my figure, you know. You don't get this lumpy on your own.
So have you disappeared and...
Yeah, it's like everybody's turning and looking at shit, and Florence is just like...
You can all hear the chanting, by the way. But
can I make a Auspex roll to see Florence?
Yeah, Florence, wits obfuscate. Ferris, resolve. Auspex.
Resolve. Okay. Oh, resolve. Yeah, resolve because I'm attempting it. That's why.
5 successes?
Florence
One
has
and I
disappeared.
beast.
Don't worry.
I'm
about it right
paranoid as
Kaiser
fuck.
Soze. She was gone.
Yeah, I wouldn't.
I'm
worry about it.
doing the fucking, you know, I'm doing the thing where it's like, and I'm walking normally, and I'm in the car with some dude. Gone.
Exactly. That's exactly what happens.
If I'm not getting anything from these guys, I'm going straight to the chanting. So,
Just so we're clear, Loki is headed towards the chanting.
yeah,
Ferris.
yeah, sorry.
You're finishing feeding.
I'll finish feeding and then I will most definitely stealth and then possibly follow them, but I'm paranoid AF right now.
Oh yeah. Yeah, you are. Florence, you're headed towards the chanting?
I'm gonna sort of like, yeah, just sort of tag along behind really sneakily. So I'm just like,
Not sure about this. This is a fucking terrible idea. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear.
Did John go off towards the chanting?
Yeah, John's
just
like,
like
walking ahead of you at the moment.
I will catch up with John if I can.
Hi,
Is
I'm
it-
a big angry bird.
Is there any more blood left in my werewolf? Because I drank 4.
No.
Is there? Okay, 4 is exactly what I had. Cool.
So, yeah,
Nate, which way are you going?
Yeah, probably not towards chanting because he knows what's there. I think he. How far away is everyone from him after he's like finished?
I'm just gonna say you can all move along together if you'd like. It doesn't take you
Okay.
long to get a couple of drops of.
And
health there.
Ferris is tagging it behind, right?
I'm gonna hide even from you guys.
Oh, okay. Otherwise, I would have like had Nate run over and try and tell you. Yeah, I think Nate would.
I mean, I spend longer drinking than you, so you probably might have time because I spend a lot of time drinking.
It's entirely likely that he will finish drinking after you.
Okay. Well, if that's the case, I'd say Nate would have tried to talk to him if he wasn't too invested in his like blood, and just say like, we need to go. We need to get out of here. We need
Why?
that werewolves. Like his like struggle to get it out.
Where?
That whole freaking clearing is full of them. They're doing some creepy ass freaking shit over there. I think at that point Nate will like take out his phone and like try and like search the picture. But look, this is what they're doing something with this.
Ferris, what's your occult?
Zero.
Then you, unless he explains it to
a
you,
book.
you won't know
It's a
it's
book.
geomancy.
No, it's a book.
It's a book. It's an
a
old book.
It's an old book. It's ratty. What's so big about it?
What do you mean? What's so big about it? What?
It's a book.
No, it's. And then I think Nate will like just kind of explain his version of what he thinks is going on. He's like, how do you why is this not like freaking you out right now?
I've seen a lot of things. It's a book.
And you're just gonna walk in to a bunch of werewolves.
No, I'm going to let them walk into a bunch of werewolves, and I'm going to sit around and watch what happens. And then I'm going to take this head, holds up severed head, back, and get that handed in, and then we're going to get a boon.
Oh, okay.
If they want to walk in, that's their fault, their problem.
Right.
Right, by the way, Ferris has very little clothes down that section of his torso and part of his leg. It's all healed now and looks good as new, but it's just ragged clothing that's stained in Vitae.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I think Nate would. He would. I think we freaked out with how feral Ferris is being. I guess because Ferris is being pretty headstrong, where he's normally fairly like reserved, and maybe he's a little, you know. So I think Nate would probably just nod and be like, "Okay, but can I stick with you then? I don't want to go in there."
Does Nate act like he is subservient?
Yes.
In which case, provided... Funny the terminology I'm going to use here. Provided Ferris feels like he's the alpha of this pack of two people, he will let Nate stick around.
Oh no, he definitely feels like the alpha where Nate is involved. Like Nate is like not even hiding the fact that if Ferris wanted to do something, they would go do that.
Fine. We'll go watch. And then we leave.
Okay.
Okay. The two of you probably follow along behind Florence and Loki, although you only see Loki. What do you do when you arrive at the
I would like
end?
to get Nate to stealth with me. Because I don't want to be seen.
Nate, you have 2 points in celerity now. You can do a rouse check. If you do that, you can add 2 dice to dexterity stealth rolls, if that's what you'd like.
Okay. Let's do that. So, rouse check.
You're fine.
Okay.
Because you're cheeky.
You said dexterity stealth, right?
Dex stuff. +2.
Okay.
6 with a messy critical.
How do you stealth messily?
I could drink Nate. I'm just saying, my hunger's 3, and I'm an alpha animalistic state right now.
I mean, Nate would let you.
Let's see how that exchange between the two of you goes then.
I guess as we begin to stealth and he's making too much noise, I just grab him and hold him down. Quieter.
Yeah, you got it. I think we'd just stop and he'd let.
And I just hold his head and turn it to the side. I'm just gonna bite him.
You bite him.
It's a messy critical, and the stuff you sent me is pretty clear.
Okay.
In my mindset. I'm
Nate.
sorry.
Take
Yeah.
1 aggravated point of damage as the fangs pierce your neck.
I think Nate, yeah, he lets it happen because he's kind of turned on and he kind of likes it, but he's also like, Ferris is in control right now and he's going to let him be in control because he doesn't want to fuck this up. So I think like a strangled moan will just come out of his mouth and then he'll like quickly like quiet himself.
It does feel amazing. After the pain is over, like a needle, it's incredible.
Would you say things are throbbing right now?
There are throbbing things
I was
right
gonna make
now.
that joke.
Josh, I need to message you something.
How many points do you take?
I just take the 1.
You take you slake 1 point of hunger for yourself.
Yeah.
Okay. Delphron, you are now
Yes.
at hunger 2.
Okay.
You might want to read what I just sent you, Josh. It's gonna get weird.
I can only imagine.
Ah, okay.
However,
Yeah, that makes sense.
there we go, secrets. All right. Nate, you are at hunger 2. And you take 1 point of aggravated health damage. That's the X.
Okay.
Can I just confirm something with you?
But you are both well stealthed.
Good, because this is gonna need it. Is that definitely mistyped? But is it? That's true, right?
For you,
Yeah. And I'm better inclined to him. I'm gonna fuck him in the bushes.
I mean, he's gonna probably let it happen if he's feeling a certain type of way. I mean,
I've pushed him and held him down already. It's
so the two of you fade to black for this particular part of the scene. You are quite well stealthed with 6 and 3 successes, so Florence and Loki don't know this happens. Ferris and Nate just disappear into a bush.
Where
Well,
on earth did they go? Oh well, never mind.
Welcome to True Blood.
Oh, I guess that werewolf wasn't muted then.
No.
Remember, always spay and neuter your werewolves and vampires. Otherwise, things like this happens.
Oh yeah.
And you end up with little tiny baby vampires down the no-kill shelter. Wait, no, that's...
Loki and Florence.
I catch up with John as quickly as I can.
All right.
Hello.
That posh dude.
Hmm?
That posh dude.
Ferris?
Yeah. Ferris, eh? He's
Yeah.
pretty fast.
Yeah.
Reckon I could take him.
You think you're faster or you're stronger?
Stronger.
I believe that.
Yeah. What do you want?
Just wondering what you're up to.
Me? And get my fucking book back.
Look,
Yeah, those werewolves didn't have it.
the ones we just took out.
Well, I don't see any other werewolf. And then he goes into clearing like, oh.
I've walked with them. Like, so do I walk out into a clearing with a shit ton of werewolves?
Record scratch. I bet you're wondering how I got here.
Yup.
It all started with a secret.
He stares, starts looking around. And then paces around the circle, very stealthily. Loki, Florence, what are you up to?
I'll follow him.
Yeah, Florence is probably just gonna sort of like clock the werewolves and just be like,
I'll just be over here then behind this tree.
Okay.
Oh!
Is that what you hear in the background?
I think that was a magpie.
No, it's a badger.
there's a voice from somewhere.
If there's anything, there's a fucking raven around here. You look. You see ravens. If the two of you don't do anything, I'm going to do something.
I'm going with John.
Okay.
Sorry.
Florence, I'm assuming you're staying hidden.
Oh yeah.
What the two of you see is John walk around, start looking, spot something, walk around to the opposite end of the henge, walk inside of it, and then just barge between two cross-legged sat werewolves, pick up a book. And meanwhile, all the werewolves clock him, but don't break from what they're doing. But as soon as he snatches up the book, the lead werewolf stands up, and it's... How tall is John? 6 foot?
I think he's about 6'3".
He's 6'3". An 8 foot full war form werewolf just towers above him and just puts its hand out very gently. Is anyone doing anything? Loki, have you followed him into the henge?
He's a big boy. He can look after himself.
I want to. Loki wants to, but he also doesn't want to die. Is there? Can I roll something to decide?
Yes. Composure plus resolve, because it's not a willpower. You know what? It is a willpower roll. Roll
Right.
one dice.
Roll willpower. You have no dice, right? Or have you got dice left?
I have one dice.
Oh.
I failed. I'll go with him.
You go with him. So you are next to him. You step over some werewolves who are all chanting. You don't understand it, but you see him pick up this book, and the lead werewolf stands up, towers over
What's
him, and
the book?
says, "Please, we need to complete what we're doing here, or the Banes will escape." And John's just like, "I don't give a fuck," and slaps his hand away.
What's a bane?
Don't know. What is a bane?
You're not there.
Oh, yeah.
You break your obfuscate.
Oh, right. No,
shout around a tree.
It's a bane!
Hello, dearies.
All right, yeah.
What is a bane?
You say, what's a bane? And the werewolf says, it's all the worst things from this world. There is a sickness in the city, and it needs our help. Please, return the book to me.
Maybe you should give him the book. Like he can borrow it?
Loki. Do you want to roll charisma persuasion?
No.
John just says, no, it's my fucking book.
Yeah, that's fair. What's it a book for?
I don't know, can't read.
Maybe I can read it for you. Just completely ignoring the werewolf now.
Sure. 2 successes. The werewolf, seems to, I don't know, half bare its teeth and raise a hand to John and, swipes way too slowly, totally telegraphed. John just gut punches it. And it crumples.
Oh, I love John.
If you can read it, sure.
Yeah, no, I'll read it. Do you mind?
Let's get out of here first.
Okay, I'll follow you.
Sure. And he leaves.
And I follow.
And as soon as he leaves the circle, Loki, you probably don't notice this. Florence, you definitely do. The blue flame in the center begins to flicker and die.
Fuck, we've just totally ruined some shit. Florence is probably going to follow along behind the other two and just sneakily as she can. Because fuck when these werewolves are going to get very angry at some point. It's a fair bet.
John just keeps walking very steadily, carefully through the forest. And in the background, you hear... You know what? You hear wails. You hear shrieks of terror and sex. And then a rumbling in the ground. And then nothing.
We just straight up fucking get a bunch of werewolves killed. In fact, Florence, probably if she hears all the wails and shit, she's probably gonna sort of head back and just cautiously trying to see what's going on without getting too close, ready to run in case something horrible tries to eat her.
Okay.
Florence has to know.
Wits awareness.
Okay. Oh, this is a fucking terrible idea. This is such a bad idea. This is the worst fucking idea. Oh man, this is pillar of salt time, isn't it?
2 successes. You don't have Auspex, do you?
No, I don't.
Okay. So what you see is strange and difficult to comprehend. But you see the lead werewolf begin to clamber back into cross legs position and just look reassuringly at all the others. And begins chanting, but none of them seem sure of themselves anymore. They're not being led. Nothing is cohesive, and you can slowly watch this blue flame in this silver dish die and peter out. And that's when vines burst out of the floor, wrap themselves around the necks of these lupines and drag them to the floor. Strange shimmers pour out of the rocks of this henge. I keep on saying henge, by the way. For those who don't know, Stonehenge in England. Think Stonehenge blocks, you know, the 3
But
pillars.
smaller and shittier.
Yeah, the circles of stone. And you see these things flicker over the bodies, and rips and tears appear out of nowhere in their flesh.
That's really bad. I'm leaving.
Right.
I imagine at this point we're probably finished, and like Ferris stands up out of the bush and sees, doesn't see you because you're obfuscated, right?
Yeah.
And just stands up and is adjusting his damaged waistcoat. You just walk past him, and just like,
Right, I'm going.
Loki,
Yes.
make me a charisma persuasion roll.
Maradi. X. Ah, success.
A success.
Take it.
Look, you think you can understand what's in this book.
Read. And I have some knowledge of these types of things. Can't hurt.
Right. Well, I don't know a fucking thing. And the only source that I had is now a pile of fucking dust.
Right.
that's you.
So I can trust you to keep a hold of this. Yeah?
Sure, yeah.
He looks you dead in the eyes, like,
I mean,
thrusts it into your chest, like,
okay, thank you.
Yeah,
Do I just hide it? Keep it safe? Do I try and figure out what it is?
well, don't let anyone fucking steal it.
Yeah, well, no, obviously.
Keep it safe, read it,
Read it, yeah.
and then when you know what the fuck it means, let me know.
What is it about? To
I
give me an
can't
idea.
read.
Yes. What is your goal in figuring this out?
It's about rocks.
Rocks.
It's about, that's what the man said. It's what
Okay.
Nathaniel said. It's about
Yeah.
rocks.
Rocks.
It's about this city.
Okay. You could have those. Well, werewolves seem to kind of know what it was about. I guess could have asked them.
They wanted to keep it.
Right. No, that's yeah. Okay. Well, I will do my best.
Right?
How do I contact you when I figure out what it is?
I don't have a phone anymore.
Right.
Where you at?
Sewers.
Sewers. Just any sewers?
The sewers. Just yeah.
Number 1, the sewers.
Yep. That's me. Just ring the bell.
Alright then. I'll come for you in like a week or something.
I
Got
can't wait.
shit to do. Can't
Okay.
Is
wait.
that the bell that's on rat level?
No, you know, as in like I can't wait to have another meeting and discuss all the wonderful things I've learned.
Right. Sure. Me too. Looking forward to it.
Absolutely.
He waves goodbye. Gore splashes off of his fingertips.
Okay. Have a nice flight.
I will. Does anyone else... I mean, Ferris, Nate, Florence, you couldn't have caught up with them as you leave, if you're all leaving.
No, my secrets. Stop them, Josh.
Do we manage to see anything as we leave from the bush?
Ferris and Nate, you can make me wits awareness rolls.
Ooh, okay.
Wait, who's doing wits awareness, sorry?
Just Ferris and Nate.
And I also have my discipline.
Cool. Okay. Nate. Messy critical. This sight is the single most disgusting, terrifying thing you've seen. It's basically what I described to Fuzzy.
Okay.
Except you can see not only the physical reactions, you can see chitinous dogs crawling out of the stones of this stone circle. You can see horrific giant mosquitoes, maybe, out of the thing, out of the floor, bleeding these werewolves dry. And it terrifies you. I think I'm going to give you a thing because of the Metacritic. No, I'm not. The
Is it a throbbing thing?
No. No, the throbbing things are over there. Like,
that's where we need to go.
Yeah, I mean, you can go if you want. Both. No, Ferris doesn't see as much. However, you're aware of the general situation.
There's something over there. It's weird, and it's eating things and sucking life out of them, and they're not visible to normalize. And that's about all I got.
Pretty much.
Cool.
EE, you are going to have to make me.
I think Nate would grab Ferris's arm, kind of like scared, like don't like. It's something moving forward, but also kind of like a little bit of reassurance for Nate, I guess.
Ferris and Nate, you actually see this. A mosquito-like large bloodsucker thing of ethereal energy moves towards Ferris.
And I see this?
You can see a shimmer.
I can see a shimmer.
So wait, I see more than Ferris does?
You see more than Ferris does.
Okay.
Your beast is like pulling you in the opposite direction. This is not right, sort of thing.
Okay. Could I have Nate put himself between Ferris and it and push Ferris back in like a protective kind of thing? Like don't go closer kind of?
Yes. If you would like to make this test instead. How many rerolls have you done, Nate? And why do you have 8 willpower?
I shouldn't have 8.
Yeah, you should have 4, 5, 6, 7. You should have 7, so it's not far off.
Yeah.
And you've done a couple of rerolls, right?
Yeah, I did 2 or 3.
I think it's only like 2. Like you haven't done many.
Yeah. Okay. Make me a willpower roll.
Okay.
I cleared it up for you.
Oh!
7. Nate, you feel something. Oh, you know exactly what's going on, in fact. You see this thing latch onto you and begin jabbing at you with, like, a proboscis. And, like, it hits, but it doesn't penetrate, not in a physical way. It tries to force its way into your soul, try and change what you are, but you manage to fight it off. You don't really understand what happened.
And I've just seen him push in front of me, and the shimmer just land on him.
Yeah.
And he seems to like kind of react to it, but not like a physical blow.
He freezes for like a full second.
In which case,
and then
I
the shimmer leaves.
I'm going to pull out a throwing knife and chuck it after the shimmer and then grab him, and I'm just going to be like, we go. But I'm definitely going to make an attack with throwing knife against it, as like it's landed on him and I'm pulling it out already, and it's going to leave. I'm like, I might as well give it. See what
No
happens.
point in rolling. You don't hit it. It goes through.
Yeah, I
You're
thought
on
that might be
mark.
the case.
but it goes through.
We leave.
You all leave.
Now!
Yeah, I think Nate will just kind of be stunned a little, kind of look after a little bit longer than he should, and then, yeah, just follow Paris.
And while that was like a 2 and 3/4 hour scene, I think we should close that particular chapter and go through each of you and decide what you're doing, where you're going.
Does.
Loki.
I'm going to Basua then.
I want to catch up with them before they split up.
Oh.
You can all be in one place and you can all discuss this.
I'm going to try and leave by myself.
Loki,
Yes? Oh, hello.
you said you knew something about Angelica's death and you were talking to this lovely lady here.
Yes.
You know my feelings on the matter. I would like to at least bestow my thanks to anyone involved.
I don't know who it was for sure. I have a list of suspects, maybe.
Okay. What about you? I turn to Florence. I don't believe we've been properly introduced.
Hang on. Florence is not there.
Oh, did she?
Is Florence still
GTFO?
Yeah, Florence will have fucked off to the Nosferatu hideout.
Okay.
Okay, in which case I get Loki alone.
Bollocks.
And who was that at the top of the list? Was it that large fellow you called John, or was it that lovely young lady?
Young lady?
The one with the crossbow?
Oh, Florence? Yeah, So, the most likely ones are John, the big gentleman who killed a werewolf by himself, which, honestly, I would say is probably unlikely considering how he ripped the werewolf apart.
With his hands instead of burning. All I know about
Yeah.
Angelica is she died by fire.
Yeah. And then another prime suspect was you, but given...
Well, I know it wasn't me.
Yes, and I have a vague suspicion that it wasn't you. So, the other possibilities are Nate, which unlikely. No offense to Nate, he doesn't really have the balls. Hey, Nate.
Oh, he was balls.
Okay. Glossing over that fact for a moment. Actually, now that I go through it, it's either most likely suspects would be there was a model there, I think, who was there. I don't think
Loki.
Yes.
Fire. And you were interrogating that young lady. Did she have anything to do with it?
Possibility is very high. I think she is the prime suspect.
I was there. I don't think I remember her being there.
Insight. I would like to see if he's lying.
Loki.
He has just redeemed himself as the broest of bros.
Wits insight, and then
I will re-roll that.
Nate, you should do manipulation
fives!
subterfuge.
Damn you, fives!
Manipulation subterfuge. Damn. Okay.
For lying, yeah.
Yes!
Can I re-roll that all?
They're all hunger die.
And they were both successes anyway.
3 versus 2. Loki, he's a fucking liar. Ferris, you can probably tell this. Like, he probably doesn't want to lie to you. And that's probably what's putting him off.
I'm gonna put my hand on Nate's shoulder and like caress one finger down from the ear down the neck. Nate.
Nate's not even gonna look at him. He's just gonna look at Loki. Sorry, I keep saying John. At Loki, It's like I just there was a lot of chaos, and I was with my friend Renala. She was promised a gig, and
Renala, that was one of the suspects.
yeah, she's
Was it her?
no. What are you?
Was it the lady with the crossbow? What was her name again, Loki?
Florence.
Was it Florence?
I don't. I can't.
Nate.
I think Nate will just kind of like trail off me there.
Nate.
There was a lot of confusion that I don't know for certain. It could have been
You don't know for certain, but you knew it wasn't Renala.
because she was right beside me in the room. I don't know. It could have been, but there was a lot happened. I guess.
I would say, thinking about it now and going through lists of suspects and people who've been crossed off the list, Florence, 90.
But it is, like, what? Why would she kill her? Like, what would she gain from it?
Don't know.
Very well. I'll go hand this head in. And I'll get a drink, and then I will go talk to Florence myself. I believe I have to pay my respects. And I'll make sure that Mr. Gates gives you your boons as well.
Very much appreciated. Thank you. Yeah. I'm going to take out a card,
Yes.
hand it to you. You can contact me on this number if you need me for work, or further work.
I'll bear that in mind. You like secrets, right?
Mm-hmm.
I believe something attacked Nate here. I want to have a word.
Attacked?
Whatever that thing was that landed on you and the shimmer.
Yeah. I don't even know what that was.
And the book you were going on about?
Yeah, why did I see John take the book? No, because we were like too busy in the bushes.
Yep.
Okay.
I'm assuming that Loki's got the book on him, or is it like a small
It
book?
is hidden. You will have to search
Okay.
me. Strip search, motherfucker.
That was
Then
my
Nathan's
assumption.
like, yeah, that, like, if it's still there, we should grab it. It's important. Whatever they were doing, it has the answers.
I would say that if something invisible or barely seeable or whatever tried to attack you, that is the last place we should be going currently.
I agree.
Time to dissipate and then come back later.
Yes. Where can I find Florence at this sort of time?
Nate and herself have a safe house that I set them up with. Probably haven't gone back there. She does know where my sewer hideout is, but she doesn't know how to get through the traps, so probably not there. The only safe haven she currently has is
Where I
at
met
the
her earlier?
Nosferatu caves, which you can easily gain access to.
Very well. I'll pop there. It's been lovely meeting you and Nate.
Wait. What are you gonna do when you meet her? Like, when?
That's between me and her. Of course, the Camarilla very much frown on kindred killing other kindred, but these are different times.
Wait, kill? Why would you kill it? You don't even know if she's the one that did it. Like, what if she's innocent?
I mean, the Camarilla frown on her killing kindred. I'm not going to tell anyone. I just would like to have a word with her.
Oh, Mr. Vaudeville. One moment, sidebar, private, if possible, please.
Nate, do you mind?
It only takes a
Yes,
second.
but just don't leave, okay?
At some point, you're going to have to, unfortunately, deal with the glamour in your life that is me leaving. But for now, I do not plan to leave immediately. I'll be back in a moment. Yes, my bearded compadre.
Can Nate use celerity to like use a little bit away? Hide? No?
Sure.
Okay. Do I have to roll for that? Am I okay?
You are coming at low-key peak paranoia, just FYI, so he's gonna be...
I mean, Nate doesn't want to give away power, so he wants to know.
If you want to use your celerity, you can add like 2 for a rails check.
Yeah.
Cool. We'll do that.
Rouse check. You gain a hunger. And then do Dex stealth +2.
Okay.
2 successes. You can reroll 2 if you really want.
Yeah, we'll reroll the 2.
Take a willpower damage and then
Wait,
reroll 2.
what's insight?
Is it insight? It's against the stealth, right?
Wits awareness.
Awareness.
Okay. So did I just press the reroll button, or will I reroll?
No, you need. It's
Willpower
the
reroll. It'll ask you for a number, and then you type 2.
Yeah,
Oh,
willpower reroll.
There you go.
Okay, 4 successes.
Oh,
3 successes.
Is Loki going to willpower that? There's 1 dice.
Yeah, you
Loki
can.
has no more willpower.
Oh.
Loki wanted secrets, so he kept re-rolling stuff. So,
Yes.
just very quickly, you are acquainted with Mr. Gates.
Yes, we've worked occasionally.
He is the one who originally contracted me to find out about the killing of Angelica and who was to blame. He was very adamant in knowing who it was, I imagine, so that he can extract revenge. So,
Revenge.
he seems to be unnaturally obsessed with her, is how I would put it politely. I just tell you this merely because I would say that if you are not going to punish or anything to Florence, who could be a very good asset, honestly.
Well, she was impressive, the werewolf.
Well, she is very good at not being seen and getting to places to overhear, and let's do away with. She would be a great spy if you wanted a spy. So I would personally, I won't tell you your business, but I would keep it that part of everything. If it was indeed her, which again, I think it's probably about 96% sure at this point that it was her, you should keep that secret from Mr. Gates, at the very least.
Well,
or do away with him, but yeah.
I'm only contracted to bring this head to him. I don't feel the need to share any more information.
Good.
And you've been of use, and you've given me this information for free, so let me share what I know.
Yes.
I believe that Angelica and Mr. Gates had a bit of a big row shortly before she died, and he was stalking her.
Okay. Oh, before I forget, one other thing. You requested that if we saw the ghoul of that man who was in the club, the one who threatened you,
Yes.
that we should kill her. Is that a standing order / contract, or was that in the heat of the moment? Because that would be like the opening salvo of a war, would be my only...
Yes, maybe hold back for now.
I could gather information on her, if you like, to prepare for a move.
If you like to gather information on her and him.
Absolutely.
Let's get Nate for the last bit of this.
All right.
Nate.
Nate steps out.
innocently.
Just all it is, like he was never there.
You could probably celerity back to where you were.
Okay, yeah. He would do that then, yeah.
So, Nate,
Yeah.
that Bradders, he is a ceiling that he is at right now. Him and the prince don't really get on. It's unusual for Clan Ventru. They're all so tight and insular. But I think that he wants power, and the prince is...
Oh, trust me. He wants power.
Well, he's not afraid to go up against his own clan to get it. So just to let you know, I don't have that cap. I'm going to be a primogen in this city. There's nothing really left to stop me. I just need the prince to approve of it. And the prince doesn't like Bradders. And I don't like Bradders. And I get the feeling that a lot of your coterie don't like Bradders either. At least from what they've seen of him. And now you're under my protection. Just to let you know, if you do find anything about Bradders that could be useful, anything that could potentially put him in bad light in front of the prince, I will definitely make sure that the prince knows how instrumental you've been, how useful. And when I get to be primogen and I get to rise in generation and gain power, I'll make sure that it's bestowed upon you. If you would like to join Clan Toreador, I'll make sure there's someone available
Yeah.
for you.
Yeah, I will.
Very well then. The same goes for you, Loki. I know you're not the traditional type, but these are not traditional days.
Well, when I was made, I don't know the word. It was very, very painful, to be honest. Hurt a lot. I don't know if that's normal. I haven't really asked people before. And the way I see it is you have two choices. You can chase the possible pipe dream of becoming human again, which, don't know, probably, maybe not.
It's mostly a talk to keep the thin bloods in line these days.
Or you can push forward and become full-blooded.
In which case, consider that my gift to you. If you can make it so that I can become primogen, that Bradders can go down, and hopefully I can be gifted with the ability to rise, I'll make sure you're pulled up the ranks with me. And I'll make sure I speak to your Florence friend about this as well.
She would be good for that, you know. Finding information, she's good at that. Staying hidden and all that. And I might know of a place that she could go to.
Yes.
But you have to let me. You don't have to, but I would prefer it if I was there when you talk to her. You don't know Florence. Like she's fucking crazy. Okay, she just like 1 second she'll be talking to you, and then next she'll be just talking to this vicar, and it's just easier if she's not stressed.
Nate, I understand. She's delicate. She also just killed a werewolf.
Delicate, broken.
Aren't we all broken in our own special way? I think there are some things that need to be said between her and myself. And not even, I'm afraid, you can hear for now. Once you're part of the Camarilla proper, I think...
Oh God, please don't kill me.
Anyway, unless we have any further business, I think I need to go find myself a lady with a crossbow. Preferably without the crossbow.
Good luck.
Thank you.
So we leave them in the forest and we move to the caves with Florence, who reaches them first.
Right. First thing she's going to do is report into the person she's been...
Polo neck.
Yes, polo neck lady. And just tell her pretty much everything that's been going on with the office and the thing and John and the werewolves and the fucking just everything.
And exactly who is this John?
Oh, well, he's So he was a friend of ours, and then I don't know, something occurred, and he's changed. He's got strange powers now, and he's can turn into a crow and it flies around, and I don't know. I mean, he's still grumpy, but oh dear.
Well, not to worry. That was an interesting tale, but well, rather full of detail, I will say. So
the vines, though, there was just yes.
I wouldn't worry about that. So, thank you for your service. May we call on you again?
Oh yes, absolutely. Yes, love to. Yes, yes, definitely.
And you said your price was money.
Yes. In fact, Could you have it? No, I shall do it. Never mind.
Are you quite done?
Yes, sorry, I had an idea, but then I realised it was a terrible idea. No, anyway.
Okay, well, you can continue to have sanctuary here for a few more nights and hope that none of the Nosferatu murder you.
I'll stay out of the way, it's fine.
Good.
And I should be going. And Florence is going to obfuscate and just go and hide in the deepest, darkest, most rat-infested corner of the Nosferatu caves, just at a dead end somewhere, just like.
Okay. As you are hiding, I imagine you hear a clanking sound. Very similar to the one that you heard at Loki's. Get louder.
Oh no.
And then get quieter.
Oh good. I think.
And Ferris, you arrive, you give the head to Polo Neck. I'm gonna make you do an intelligence wits roll.
Okay. Two successes. She's doing her makeup kind of like Angelica. And this instigates the score, right?
Possibly. And she thanks you and confirms the fact that Mr. Gates owes you a major boon, I think it was promised, and then 2 minor boons for Loki and Nate.
There was someone else involved who I believe would be useful to give a minor boon to. I understand it's beyond the terms of the contract, but she was instrumental, and there was a second werewolf that got involved.
You're talking about Florence by any chance?
I believe that was her name.
Don't worry. We have plans for her.
Very well.
I believe she went that way.
Excellent. Thank you. Is this in the Nosferatu Haven?
Yeah, you had to get let in through the
Yeah.
locked gate and all that. But
I'll ask if they've got a room and some tea, and I'll ask if someone can go fetch her, and I will sit in the room and make tea.
You cunning bastard.
Ferris, please make a Dex plus etiquette roll.
It's Dex, so I'm gonna make it using celerity. I gain hunger.
Interesting.
And etiquette.
Mm-hmm.
Plus Dex. Plus 4.
That's 4.
4 successes.
4 successes. You Ferris, what sort of art as a toreador is your wheelhouse?
Blades.
The art of...
And sometimes carving, A little bit of carving involved.
So you.
Sometimes a little bit of cooking.
So this isn't too far beyond you. You time everything to the microsecond with your celerity. Your perceptions of the particles of leaf floating in the mixture and the exact amount of milk or lemon or whatever you...
See, the thing most people do is they just pour the milk in and then you don't get it to mix properly. You have to stir it fast enough. And then when you add it, it like works perfectly like a whirlpool around the edge. And then when you add the bag, you don't like stir the bag. You vibrate the cup to get it to actually leach out properly.
Wait. You put the milk in first and then put the tea bag in?
God, no.
Okay.
Florence, you hear the sound of tea being made. Are you continuing to hide?
Yes.
Felt the smell wafting down. I mean, that's the most successes we've had on a dexterity roll. So
That's rather poor for me.
probably smells quite good. Just saying.
Florence, you see Polo Neck scurry in. Oh, wait, hang on. I wonder.
Can they find me?
Okay. Oh, okay. You see, what's her face? Polo Neck come in. Take a little time. Listen. Look. Then you see her eyes slowly focus on you. Florence? Come with me, please.
Why?
Someone wishes to talk with you, Florence.
Oh, who would that be?
I don't think you're quite in the position to ask questions, are you? Please. She holds out her hand.
It's fine. But babies, you wait here, okay? Mummy will be back shortly.
She's going to leave all of her rats behind.
She offers her hand. Once you've taken it, she grabs tight and leads you into still a sandstone carved place. Like it's been carved out of this rock face. However, it's significantly much better decorated. There's furniture, not just floors and dust. This place is swept, and you see a beautiful, gorgeous, clearly older than you are China tea set. Steaming. Smells nice.
Oh, lovely.
And Ferris.
As soon as Ferris sees her, he's sitting in like an old windback chair, I assuming. Legs crossed. He stands up. Does a little bit of a bow. I've made tea. I thought you would be interested in the cup.
Yes, I'd love a cup. Thank you very much.
Very well. Milk, sugar.
Oh, two and milk, please.
Very well. Take a seat.
Florence just...
want you to feel relaxed and at home. There's nothing wrong with the seat.
All right. Of course. Yes.
Here you go. Hands
thank
over a
you.
cup of tea.
Oh,
So,
lovely.
you were quite impressive earlier, young lady.
Really? Oh, well.
Yes. It's quite a contraption. A fire-throwing crossbow. That must
Whatever
come in
will they
useful.
think of next?
I know. Must come in useful, I imagine, in your line of work.
Well, I mean, not really useful for begging. I mean, generally speaking, if you wave a crossbow at people when you're asking them for money, they think you're robbing them, and that doesn't work. So, not really. No, I mean, I've always been primarily, begging, panhandling, that sort of thing. So, yes, no. Only recently started using it. They took it off a hunter because they were trying to kill us, and didn't want to die.
What do you want?
I mean, I'd quite like my Fred back, but I don't think that's going to happen.
Your friend?
Fred.
Fred?
Fred, yeah.
Oh, I'm so sorry. Well, what's your goal in this life?
My goal?
Yes, what do you want out of your second life? Everyone wants something. Your friend Loki wants secrets. Your friend Nate wants power. A little bit early on and a little bit unrefined, but he wants power nonetheless.
I just want to protect what I love.
What do you love?
None of your business. No offense, young man.
No, that's fair enough. Well, what about Angelica? I hear you and her had a run-in.
A run-in?
Yes. I was told that your crossbow came in quite handy with her. Don't spill any of the tea. There's always more if you need it.
It's fine. I'm not. It's fine. Everything's fine.
It's really good tea.
Yes, it's very nice.
I'm
tea.
sorry, the bags are a little bit old. I had to get them imported.
Oh, right. Well, this is not a tea break. That would be sorry. Anyway, I don't. What? Look, if you're going to kill me, will you just get it over with?
Kill you?
I feel like you're messing me about. I'm not. I don't.
Whatever for, young lady?
Look, I'm not as green as I'm cabbage looking, all right? Nobody's this nice. No, nobody's... Look, you're just toying with me, all right? Why don't you just give it to me straight? What do you want?
I want to know who killed Angelica, and I believe it's you. I just want to be able to confirm it before I reward you.
Reward me? With what? A crossbow bolt through the back of the head?
No, I don't use crossbow bolts, but
Right.
maybe I'll be convinced. Yours seemed remarkably effective. Not particularly easy to carry.
So you're going to kill me then?
Oh, no. Well, it depends. Did you kill Angelica or not? No, I wouldn't kill you here anyway, even if I was going to kill you. This is the Nosferatu ground. I'm here at their leisure. It would be remarkably uncivilized of me to kill you. Here, of all places.
But you are going to kill me.
I definitely did not say that.
So,
I wouldn't make you tea if I was going to kill you. Waste of a good tea bag. So I assume you did kill Angelica.
oh, bugger it. Yes, I did. It wasn't deliberate. Well, it was sort of deliberate. She was holding Nate's friend captive, and it was a big fight, and yes, I did. And it wasn't premeditated or anything.
You killed her to defend one of Nate's friends, a mortal.
Yes, there was, I don't remember exactly, honestly, it was, so we went to rescue her, and then Dron turned up, but he was a raven, and he tore somebody's arm off, and it was all very, and then there was a fire, and people screaming and running everywhere, and one thing led to another, and I shot her, and she died. It was quite chaotic, you know.
How many times did you have to shoot her?
Well, that's the thing. I think I only shot her once. It's just like we'd all been fight. It was a big fight. And I don't think she was. I think somebody else had hit her. I'm not sure. Honestly, it was all madness. But
you were the one who killed her.
Well, yes, I think so. I'm honestly not sure.
You killed my sire.
Yes.
You killed the Toreador Primogen.
Oh. Yes, well, you're gonna kill me, you might as well get it over with.
I'm gonna, like, kneel down, like, look her directly in the eyes. Kill you? I'd rather kiss you. I kiss her on the lips.
Florence is going to be like, no.
In which case, I take her hand and I kiss the back of her hand.
Do you mind?
Oh, I'm dreadfully sorry. It's just... I've been looking for who killed her for a while now. I owe you my thanks.
Right.
Well, thanks to you, I'm the only Toreador left in the city that I'm aware of. And she's no longer controlling me and telling me what to do. It's lovely having my own free will back.
Free will is nice, yes. Oh, well, I honestly pictured that going a bit differently.
Oh, I'm dreadfully sorry if I scared you.
No, you're not. But anyway.
If I was going to kill you, I'd have made you coffee. Exactly.
I'll bear that in mind for next time. At least it wasn't herbal tea. That would have been the worst.
Oh.
Chamomile. No. So what now then?
Well, when I said I was going to reward you, I meant it. What do you want? Like your friends, do you want to become a full-blooded vampire and not have to suffer in the in-between at the Camarilla's heel?
There's somebody I need to help monetarily, and that's a thing that I need to do more than anything else.
Just money?
I mean, yes, really. We could get her out of the city. That'd be best, I think. Just find her a job somewhere far away from all this nonsense.
No one can really leave the city right now. Otherwise, I would definitely.
I know. I was just saying the ideal thing, but yes.
Well, if it's just money, I can do that with ease. I just thought you might have something a little bit more. Interesting in mind. You strike me as a very interesting lady.
Well, it may not be interesting to you, but it's very important to me that this is important.
A daughter?
None of your business.
Insight?
I'm going to take her at her word. None of her business.
Okay.
Yeah, Florence has just gone deadly fucking serious for a second.
Also, she went deadly fucking serious. So it's a daughter. I don't really care. Look, one way or another, I do owe you. If you want money, I can make money easily. I mean, I have money on me. I can ask my retainer to go get me some from the car. I can have my bank account send you some by middle of day tomorrow.
I don't have a bank.
If you want protection, if you want her to get out of the city when all this is over, if you want to have the life and the sensations that Toreador can bring you.
No, I want all of this well away from her. I don't want her, I want her as far away from all of this and all of us as possible.
Well,
No.
I pull out my wallet. I'm going to start counting bills.
Florence is just like, what?
And I give her everything in my wallet. Well, consider that a down payment.
Oh, well.
You
That's
could give her a
very kind.
gold card as well. if you really
Would
want
she
to.
know what to do with it?
She doesn't have a bank account. She probably doesn't know what to do with it. I'm going to just stick with cash for now.
You take these plastic thingies. I'm not. Yeah.
She'd probably just put it through the letterbox.
And at a future point, if your daughter is in need of help, or if you want her to get out of the city, you have my boon. Feel free to ask for my help whenever you need, and I will assist you.
If it's all the same to you, I hope it doesn't come to that. But
Oh, I hope it doesn't too. I hope your daughter stays well out of this. I would also advise you to not visit certain clubs. I will make you a list as well. And
young man, I'm not exactly what you'd call the club-going type.
for your daughter.
What, her? Oh, she doesn't. Oh, no, she's a good girl. She doesn't go out much. Well, you know.
Well, there are certain entertainment venues that are controlled by me and certain ones that are controlled by someone named Bradley. And he's unfortunately a bit of a disreputable sort. So things might get messy in the near future. So
I don't think she's got the money to go out anyway. Yes, I'll see what I can. Yes, I'll see what I can do. Right.
Well, if you need more money, you can cash in my boon any time. I do owe you for the removal of my sire. I'm not here to kill you. I'm here to help you.
All right then. Thank you.
My pleasure. It's been enchanting talking with you. Feel free to hit me up at any point. I pull out a business card with a number on it. That'll get you through to my retainer. Do you know how to use, I assume you know how to use phones these days.
Yeah, do you, young man? I'm not completely useless, you know.
Oh,
I
no,
have
sorry.
Look, I've got a
You're
mobile.
under the mistake. You're under the mistake.
Knock you up.
Look, I've got a mobile telephone. See, I know how to use it. Yes, I always.
You're under the mistake that I'm younger than you.
Hmm?
When I say young lady, I'm not being endearing. You are very much younger than me.
No, I know, but I just feel old. You know what I mean? I just really don't. Everybody's young to me. I just, you know.
Sadly, that is an issue with being a thin blood, not really having the full vitality of.
Oh well, no, I was quite old when I was turned, so you know.
The benefit of vitality and long life from the blood is that you won't really feel that as much. But call on me anytime you need help, and you have a boon to cash in. If it's just money and a fix, I can provide that. If it's getting her out of the city safely when it's possible, I'll make sure that happens too. If she gets into any trouble or someone tries to use her against you, which can happen, there are unreputable sorts in this world.
I know.
I will help out as much as I can. Anyway, I must leave. I believe I left my other wallet in the car. So it's been lovely talking with you. I'll leave you the remains of the tea bags I brought.
Thank you. That's very nice of you. Oh yes, I could do with another cup of tea. Actually, I think I drank the first one rather fast.
Oh, have mine. I haven't had a chance.
Oh, thank you very much, dear. Yes. Yes. Well, Doodle Pip, then I'd better go. Oh, I left my babies. I better go and see how they are.
It's been lovely talking with you.
Yes.
Oh, and by the way, are you acquainted with Mr. Gates particularly well?
No, but I've heard of him.
I believe that he is looking for whoever killed Angelica.
Yes, I know that.
Yes, and someone affiliated with him recently told me that they had an interest in you. Just looking out for your best interest.
Would that be that young Loki chap?
No, someone directly affiliated with Mr. Gates.
Oh.
And keep an eye out on Nate. He seems young and eager, which can be a problem
He's
sometimes.
a bloody menace is what he is. He's an absolute menace.
He just needs adequate mentoring and parenting. And I'm sure as the...
He needs a good clip round the ear and a spanking is what he needs.
Oh, I'm sure we've covered that. But if you need to do any supplemental teaching, be a stabilizing influence for him. I'm sure he will learn something from you.
Stabilizing influence or third bloody wheel? Right, yes, all right. I'll see what I can do. Okay, right, that's fine. Yes.
It's been enchanting talking with you, young lady.
Yes, you too, dear. Yes, all right. Toodle pip. I'll yes, goodbye. Thank you. Bye.
And Florence just like shambles out of the room.
I'm gonna sprint to the door in a flash using blink and then open it because I want to see if anyone was listening.
Okay, you're gonna have to roll me blink. Is there a roll for that?
It's just I make it in a flash of an eye, and then if there's an opposed test, there's an opposed test involved.
It's a rouse, I believe.
Yeah,
I'd pass the
okay.
rouse.
You're going to have to roll me resolve all specs.
Oh, sorry, it's traversal I've got. I can just move super fast with fleetness and traversal.
That's fine. It's basically the same thing for this purpose.
Yeah,
Resolve
dexterity,
plus
athletics normally.
Resolve all specs.
I was about to say after I opened the door, I was going to do this.
3 successes. You appear at the doorway, and down a very dark sandstone circular cavern way, you see attending and standing at one end of it, Polo Neck.
And she's at the far end, doesn't look like she's suddenly tried to move away or be invisible or anything.
No.
Okay.
But you do see a shadow creep down the opposite.
It's not my secret. Oh, I believe someone was listening in.
Oh, good. Wonderful. Lovely. All right.
Let me know if you need to call on me. I'm gonna disappear.
No, bugger. Right, fine, whatever. Well, what's the worst that could possibly happen? Death? Yeah, all right. Well, I better get this sorted out. And I'm just going to head by convoluted and circuitous and sneaky routes, whilst obfuscated, head for my daughter's house. How much money did I get, by the way?
A lot of resources. It's like 500 quid probably, whatever I carry on me.
Yeah, it's probably like 2 dots of temporary resources.
Okay, or basically, I'm just going to stick it all in an envelope. Just write, sort of...
How to whip round, here's what you need.
Yeah, from a concerned friend. Don't worry about paying it back. You're sincerely a friend. And just like post it through the letterbox.
Okay. And I think I would like to leave us on the image following Florence between the sandstone out into the street, down the street, and then taking a holistic look at this city and an overlay, recreating what Nate saw earlier. Large vines creeping through the earth from the forest and into the sandstone caves.
Ah, fuck.
Goddamn rocks!
Romancy!
Oh well. That was some interesting choices you made today. Thank you everyone for that extremely dramatic fight. I very much enjoyed it.
Florence is too efficient for her own good.
Damn straight. I think Florence has scored all the major kills so far.
I'm assuming it was the what's it called? Fortitude 5 ability to ignore one hit.
Yes, in effect, that's what it was. And I used what little I know of gifts from Garu playbooks that I have to kind of flavor it. That's what that one was. However,
Florence is the kill stealer.
she's fucking worst at Dota. Anyway, please everyone follow Fuzzy Freaks, Enter Elysium, Daddy Sheepdo, Delphron, and Gaming FTL. Yeah, cheers EE for spotting in and being fucking creepy and cool and sexy.
Scaring the piss out of Florence.
Oh, that was so much fun. I messaged Josh being like, Josh, I know we're running, but I need to scare Fuzzy as much as I can.
Oh yeah, Florence is just like, work.
Yeah, cool. I know we are running over, so I'm going to make it short and sweet. Thank you everyone for watching. Follow if you haven't already, or go and find the backlog of this show on Strange Adventures on YouTube. But until next time, goodbye.